Winners here, but I own the game. Attack from all sides, wolves in the mist. Turn to a dragon, scales glitting with risk. Algorithm assassin, trades cut deep. Why they slept on me, I never did sleep. They took my stash, tried to hack my mind, but the block stayed solid, can't rewind time. Made it happen, from ashes to gold. Phoenix on the legend, story retold. Winternomics, the can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block it, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Came from the shadows, ledger in my hand. Blockchain profit, they don't understand. Numbers like hieroglyphs, I wrote the scroll. They try to burn it, but I mind my soul. Winternomics, frostbitten and cold. Every coin flip, story unfolds. Through my games, try to lock my name, but I coded the keys to the Hall of Fame. Winternomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Attack from all sides, wolves in the mist. Turn to a dragon, scales glitting with risk. Algorithm assassin, trades cut deep. Why they slept on me, I never did sleep. They took my stash, tried to hack my mind, but the block stayed solid, can't rewind time. Made it happen, from ashes to gold. Phoenix on the legend, story retold. Winternomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Came from the shadows, ledger in my hand. Blockchain profit, they don't understand. Numbers like hieroglyphs, I wrote the scroll. They try to burn it, but I mind my soul. Winternomics, frostbitten and cold. Every coin flip, story unfolds. Through my games, try to lock my name, but I coded the keys to the Hall of Fame. Winternomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Attack from all sides, wolves in the mist. Turn to a dragon, scales glitting with risk. Algorithm assassin, trades cut deep. Why they slept on me, I never did sleep. They took my stash, tried to hack my mind, but the block stayed solid, can't rewind time. Made it happen, from ashes to gold. Phoenix on the ledger, story retold. Winternomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Came from the shadows, ledger in my hand. Blockchain profit, they don't understand. Numbers like hieroglyphs, I wrote the scroll. They try to burn it, but I mind my soul. Winternomics, frostbitten and cold. Every coin flip, story unfolds. Through my games, try to lock my name, but I coded the keys to the Hall of Fame. Fame. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Attack from all sides, wolves in the mist. Turn to a dragon, scales glinting with risk. Algorithm assassin, traits cut deep. Why they slept on me, I never did sleep. They took my stash, tried to hack my mind, but the block stayed solid, can't rewind time. Made it happen, from ashes to gold. Phoenix on the ledger, story retold. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Came from the shadows, ledger in my hand. Blockchain profit, they don't understand. Numbers like hieroglyphs, I wrote the scroll. They try to burn it, but I mind my soul. Winternomics, frostbitten and cold. Every coin flip, story unfolds. Through my game, try to lock my name, but I coded the keys to the Hall of Fame. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Attack from all sides, wolves in the mist. Turn to a dragon, scales glinting with risk. Algorithm assassin, traits cut deep. Why they slept on me, I never did sleep. They took my stash, tried to hack my mind, but the block stayed solid, can't rewind time. Made it happen, from ashes to gold. Phoenix on the ledger, story retold. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Came from the shadows, ledger in my hand. Blockchain profit, they don't understand. Numbers like hieroglyphs, I wrote the scroll. They try to burn it, but I mind my soul. Winternomics, frostbitten and cold. Every coin flip, story unfolds. Through my game, try to lock my name, but I coded the keys to the Hall of Fame. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Attack from all sides, wolves in the mist. Turn to a dragon, scales glinting with risk. Algorithm assassin, traits cut deep. Why they slept on me, I never did sleep. They took my stash, tried to hack my mind, but the block stayed solid, can't rewind time. Made it happen, from ashes to gold. Phoenix on the ledger, story retold. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Came from the shadows, ledger in my hand. Blockchain profit, they don't understand. Numbers like hieroglyphs, I wrote the scroll. They try to burn it, but I mind my soul. Winternomics, frostbitten and cold. Every coin flip, story unfolds. Took my game, tried to lock my name, but I coded the keys to the Hall of Fame. Cause of numbers, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Attack from all sides, wolves in the mist. Turn to a dragon, scales glinting with risk. Algorithm assassin, traits cut deep. Why they slept on me, I never did sleep. They took my stash, tried to hack my mind, but the block stayed solid, can't rewind time. Made it happen, from ashes to gold. Phoenix on the ledger, story retold. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Came from the shadows, ledger in my hand. Blockchain profit, they don't understand. Numbers like hieroglyphs, I wrote the scroll. They try to burn it, but I mind my soul. Winternomics, frostbitten and cold. Every coin flip, story unfolds. Took my game, tried to lock my name, but I coded the keys to the Hall of Fame. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Attack from all sides, wolves in the mist. Turn to a dragon, scales glinting with risk. Algorithm assassin, traits cut deep. Why they slept on me, I never did sleep. They took my stash, tried to hack my mind, but the block stayed solid, can't rewind time. Made it happen, from ashes to gold. Phoenix on the ledger, story retold. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Came from the shadows, ledger in my hand. Blockchain profit, they don't understand. Numbers like hieroglyphs, I wrote the scroll. They try to burn it, but I mind my soul. Winternomics, frostbitten and cold. Every coin flip, story unfolds. Took my game, tried to lock my name, but I coded the keys to the Hall of Fame. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Attack from all sides, wolves in the mist. Turn to a dragon, scales glinting with risk. Algorithm assassin, traits cut deep. Why they slept on me, I never did sleep. They took my stash, tried to hack my mind, but the block stayed solid, can't rewind time. Made it happen, from ashes to gold. Phoenix on the ledger, story retold. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Came from the shadows, ledger in my hand. Blockchain profit, they don't understand. Numbers like hieroglyphs, I wrote the scroll. They try to burn it, but I mind my soul. Winternomics, frostbitten and cold. Every coin flip, the story unfolds. Through my games, try to lock my name, but I coded the keys to the Hall of Fame. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Attack from all sides, wolves in the mist. Turn to a dragon, scales glinting with risk. Algorithm assassin, trades cut deep. Why they slept on me, I never did sleep. They took my stash, tried to hack my mind, but the block stayed solid, can't rewind time. Made it happen, from ashes to gold. Phoenix on the legend, story retold. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game.
This actually looks like a pretty sweet conference, don't it? You all have no idea what we've gone through to get this shit to work. This hotel streaming thing is like an invention. Every hotel, well, even finding hotels got the goddamn channel to turn this motherfucker on.
Came from the shadows, legend.
Alright, we on main now. Microphone checker. What up, y'all?
What up, y'all?
Welcome back to the Win TV show. I've been MIA for some time. Had some familiar things we had to take care of before we could get back on here. Still kind of MIA from New York City right now. Dodging the cold, incidentally, that Mr. Tickerson is living through right now.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Motherfucking polar vortex and shit.
3 times in a row. We're getting another one tomorrow night.
This is the craziest shit. Well, do you remember the movie Day After Tomorrow from 2012?
Of course.
That is the movie that I first saw, the polar vortex. And I remember fucking like back then, because I was talking to my son about this too, about watching that shit now. And he's like, we watched it when he was a little kid. And I remember telling him, like, yeah, that shit can't happen. Now they got motherfucking deer frozen upright and shit that we've like never seen before.
Solid standings. Like, yo, what?
You can find a picture of that. Was fucking wild shit, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. That was nutty.
Yeah, this shit right here. Oh, wait a minute. How would I do that? Oh, yeah. I gotta do it like this. Oh, we're gonna do it this way.
That movie's wild, though.
This shit right here. This is the shit that could happen in the fucking movie. That you could actually freeze a fucking goddamn fucking deer solid, like an animal caught in it would die. This thing died standing up with its eyes open. That seems impossible, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
How quick do you have to die for you to freeze standing the fuck up?
Miserable way to go, I'll tell you that.
Wow, I mean, if you're flash frozen, it preserves all the antioxidants. Pretty much a fucking deer blueberry, isn't he? That's probably kind of terrible.
It is.
So, there's a bloodbath going on in the streets, and this show's called Sportsbook. Why do you think? Anybody in the peanut gallery, why do you think we call a show Sportsbook in the middle of a bloodbath? Believe it or not, Sportsbook has a lot to do with the fucking sucking sound you see underneath shitcoins, why they have never come back since the November bull tide in prediction markets. The fundamental picture of the things that were the drivers of velocity and expanding velocity that you need as you get more and more shitcoins and more dilution, you have to have exponential growth upon exponential growth of demand to overwhelm all the places that could absorb all the new money coming into the system still push market cap. Because at the end of the day, like the bulk of these shitcoins that come out on pump.fun to this day, printing every second, are 98, let's say 0.9% are going to go to zero and absorb whatever money comes into the system right there. So you need velocity on velocity, to actually bring retail in to buy prices at ever increasing prices off the last guy who's in. It's the Ponzi-nomics of what shitcoins are all about, Bitcoin included. And there's no real way that I can see that you can have things like the NFL in the NBA, having games suck up 200, 300, 500 million, a billion, and a half, depending on how big the games get, in 2 hours of the day, all cash, and have anything left for fucking shitcoins. So that to me is kind of like the biggest dagger in the in the entire thing right now. What do you think, T?
That's it. Some of those games are doing crazy volumes. And you're talking, some of them have got multiple games running at once, doing massive volumes. You
Yeah.
pick the right ones. It's like, oh shit.
You can have 40 fucking goddamn fucking college basketball games in the same day. Each pick up like 1 million to like 5. If the game is big enough, it can go 50 million. I mean, you think about the market cap of the average shitcoin, you're waiting for migration to like reach 100,000, stay there and go across. And, all the cash needs to bring down from people there versus what's going on in these, guaranteed zero rug risk. $1 million to $50 million liquid fucking college games, 200, 300 million liquid fucking NBA and football games. I mean, who the fuck would ever go risk a rug again? That to me is the biggest fundamental change of where money that's available to come in and push shitcoins is gone, which is why there's just been no transactions on the Solana network. They're literally in the sportsbook.
Right. Interesting comment right off the bat. Somebody said, I wonder if might change when the NBA and NFL ends, with capital just rotate to MLB and other sports.
Let me pull that up real quick. Sports.
Baseball's a tough one.
Baseball.
So
I mean,
games.
one thing about baseball is that's like true just degenerate gambling. I mean, these motherfuckers have 160 games in a season. They'll play like 5 times against each other, like a fucking goddamn series, and it's like hit or miss who wins out of it. Like in there, there's definitely the guy who trained me in the very early days when I first started trading. He told me, he makes lines now for Vegas. He's actually a really big sports bookmaker out there, and he always told me never touch baseball. He's like the easiest things to win at is professional in this order is the NFL, the NBA, and then college basketball, in that order. You can make your entire career in just those 3 sports. If you bet on golf, you probably have a fucking problem. If you bet on fucking baseball, you're pretty close to the guy who bets on golf. And if you bet on soccer,
Or
hockey, I mean, the Avalanche were ridiculous this season, but I can't tell you that like hockey feels like any less like a crapshoot. They're saying on power plays and whatnot. I think there's probably more science to like hockey than baseball, but I think you make your living in the strongest and best of breed sports to play, and you turn it off. I don't think you gotta keep finding stuff to play. Betting on fucking like chicken fights in fucking South Asia and shit like that. I think you stay where the money is. Because the people always want to bet on everything. Let's be honest. I mean, this shit's fucking addictive, right? That's what it's one of the big vices why it's so heavily regulated, because an unchecked fucking version of this in the system can suck all the fucking disposable cash out of an economy. Like, no bullshit. When you look at the amount of money coming into the NFL, and you see the owner of Kalshi, the owner of Dual or Ola and Rain Bets are in their 20s and became a billionaire inside of a year and a half of both platforms launching. They're like a Kirby from the video game world, like inhaling fucking money out of the fucking system. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, man.
So like, here's
a lot.
I did have this set up right. So this is actually like what the thesis was when we were looking at this. So obviously, since the top of the market, we kind of gave you guys a blueprint coming down from White Knight about the 2B. And what we thought, like, that 2B was so serious, and if we ever got on the Satoshi era wallets, that you were not going to be bullish again until we beat the Satoshi era wallet sales, which was that 115 to 118 zone that we noted back in the day. But this is the thought process, right? You were coming off that 2B that you had.
No, I was saying it makes sense. And then you get all this other crazy catalyst right behind it.
I mean, you can't forget how many shitcoins exist in the market, right? It's millions of these things. And they're still in production from multiple places. There's this infinite places for, like, small change to be absorbed by a little guy coming into the marketplace. People come with $100, $200, $500, all absorbed into some shitcoin and never fucking, touches the main market. You need, like, a volume of people above and beyond that to be exit liquidity for people who want to push these things. And that exit liquidity is just not coming. Shitcoins right now are taking a backseat to prediction markets. And unless prediction markets catch crazy regulations, which they're probably gonna because they're stepping on the toes of big casinos, they are an unchecked fucking spigot of fucking a redirect of the fucking river completely out to a fucking different outlet. There's so much money that people don't value. It's all spot. Remember, you not dealing with perps or anything like that. And if you guys remember what it's like to be in a good cash, spot shitcoin pump, it's money between us. It's easy to get fucking rich. It's one of the reasons they want to stick market makers between us, because if we play between amongst ourselves, somebody's gonna walk away with the bag. Right now, prediction markets, if they aren't really in the books like they say they are, in which they, in some cases, Kashi's been accused of being in the book with people. And if you don't know the difference, right, the difference between like what the Vegas does and what prediction markets are, is that we all take a bet versus the house in Vegas. In prediction markets, we are supposed to be in a liquid book taking bets against one another that are willing to buy the odds that are in the marketplace. So it's a bet against one another versus a bet against Vegas in books and Vegas books. Obviously, Vegas doesn't want us playing amongst each other. And, to be in prediction markets and taking a small fee for the transactions between us versus fucking catching you on the other side of the game they can fucking rig, which they fucking rig from time to time, it's a lot less money. So I would think in time that Vegas, having likely bought many politicians in their pockets, I mean, first of all, the fact that prediction markets got this far, somebody fucking allowed it. So, that's just somebody got greased for this to happen, for 50 states of people that walk in to be able to bet on the fucking football game now. And there being betting commercials every 5 seconds you watch sports with professional athletes talking about it, when in my generation gambling and sports goes nowhere near each other because it stands to be fixed and influence the game. Now the athletes are advertising it. It's a complete flip when professional sports have just decided fuck it, here's the most fucking greed and corrupting fucking element we could stick into sports, and we're gonna go ahead and shove it in there.
Right. Add that to college players that aren't even going to school and getting paid to play college.
28-year-old college players, motherfuckers in their eighth fucking year of college, being paid what? Mark Cuban offered this one kid to stay in fucking the guys who just won the national championship. Who was that? Nebraska? Who just won? Indiana.
Wasn't it Indiana?
Yeah, he offers the fucking QB $46 million. You can pay a quarterback in college $46 million. Who the fuck needs to go to the NFL? Dude, there's rumors floating around if LeBron James could go back and play in college right now. If that happens, that's a travesty of college sports. But the fact that you're compensating players and players are staying post-graduation and playing against kids coming in that are freshmen at 19 and fucking 20 years old is kind of psychotic. These are full horsepower of professional age athletes playing against a person that just left high school. But all of a sudden, from my era, paying attention to sports in the late 90s, early 2000s, the very elements that would supposedly corrupt sports are now a completely steadfast part of it. Something flipped along the way, and the professional league of fixing we saw with the NBA players, 30 NBA players, and a head coach. Look, if you could be at that level of fucking of professional sports and be corrupt enough to fucking rig games, that shit's going to be just everywhere. There's no getting at what people will do to make a quick buck, and the fucking excitement that comes with it. It'll be forever part of games. These refs, if it doesn't look crazy to you, the refs look like they're having a way bigger impact on games than they ever did, even with instant replay. It seems that they're making game altering calls every next fucking week compared to the once in a while headline I used to see 20 years ago. Sports betting involved, it seems the refs are a much bigger factor than they used to be. Much bigger.
Look at the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh my god.
The whole season based on refs.
Fucking, you think that fucking that Mahomes has got an uncle in the refs?
Okay.
What happened?
That explains that much more. Squad.
See, we had Nas have been talking about this for a while. KJ talked about this. There's got to be a correlation with people not making Telegram groups for memes anymore, and all these new memes, topping at 100K market cap, right? Unable to make migration because there's no excess capital, and that's something you could tell right there. This is December. We kind of rolled Eco over to sports betting in November, and that's the revelation that fucking Satoshi Naka-Greenberg was who he was. That's when it was first dawned on us. But that also is a whole nother thing. We're going to get to that conversation in a second. But sports betting is sucking the capital out of the meme coins. That's why Solana network traffic is down 90%. That was your big tell. There's a problem, right? Solana is a good barometer for the fucking riskiest of us in crypto, right? The people that are going for memes, that's true fucking degenerate risk level, risk-seeking behavior. If that's not there, where are those people?
Right.
And
they're somewhere.
They're somewhere, right? And when we go to fucking like you go to a fucking sports bar now, there are motherfuckers sitting there like literally watching the game with their phones out. It's like, I thought it was novel that I was doing that, but no, that's everybody's doing that. Everybody's only watching the sports books, like watching the game through charting now. And trading sports is literally the way it's advertised on many sites. So like, trade these sports, and it's becoming a thing now where this is the new wave. The way crypto was like a thing to break out of traditional markets and do something that wasn't stocks and you felt like you had a chance. Sportsbooks is that. There are people making insane money faster than crypto money 10 years ago or even recently, and doing it in a fucking 2 hours with no rug risk. You can't overlook how fucking bad it tastes in the mouth. All the rugs of fucking pump.fun and all the similar sites of that have really put in people's faces. Millions and millions of people have lost without even having a shot from rugs, whether it be from fucking Haktua Girl or fucking slow burn to death in Melania and Trump coin, or something like Insta Rugs. Every time it hits and you buy one fucking piece of it, and it goes right to zeros. The dev sells for fucking like 40,000 market cap. The amount of people that have gotten fucking pistol whipped by being in shitcoin land, it's like, my son, he had been on meme school for years, and he doesn't even want to look at shitcoins. Like, sports betting is, I just won't have my money disappear because I'm going to get robbed by the guy who dropped this coin.
Right.
That is invaluable to people. That the zero rug risk is everything. That I can have a shitcoin do 50 million cash through it in 2 hours. 50 million in 2 hours. So 50 million market cap in 2 hours with no rug risk. Those two pieces alone equal the death of fucking meme coins. Think about it.
Right. What was really eye-opening to me, though, I told you about it. It was went to the last Monday night of the season for the NFL. Right, went out with one of my boys. I mean, like the average Irish pub. There was like 70% of the people in there were on their phones, on all the different predictive stuff. Right, like, all right, noted. Halftime comes, we leave. We go to this like really like dingy hole in the wall spot. And in the hole in the wall spot, everybody was on their phones. Like every single person, bartender included.
Yeah, it's actually it's astonishing. So, the entire bar is watching the game, and like everyone's got a bet. I mean, you're watching the games right now, and you're seeing professional athletes on the sidelines looking like they're freaking out if a guy makes a shot he shouldn't make and shit. Like, it looks like everyone's got the over and under on the motherfucker, right? Hell, the fucking...
For real.
I think the refs got over and unders, Like, check this out. You want to see a funny... you want to see some funny shit? Look at this. This was funny, right? I saw this earlier, and I was like, holy motherfucking shit. Now, on paper... no bones about it, the Seahawks are absolutely the better team. But in my lifetime, I have seen the Seahawks go through some shit. And the shit I'm talking about is this nigga. So
it's a little tilted.
The Seahawks have been screwed in the fucking, in the Super Bowl by fucking officiating that is beyond questionable. And I think one guy opened his mouth and got fined for it. But when you put these two things side by side, it looks like they're not even trying to hide the fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga is notorious for fucking the Seahawks. Like, literally, they're 0-5 not facing fucking the Chargers, not facing the fucking goddamn, Patriots. They're 0-5 facing this stripe motherfucker right here. This is one of the greatest images I've ever seen from this situation. Can you imagine? It's known that this ref is lethal to this team. You imagine having a headline like this. It's like, you couldn't fucking write this unless you knew refs influence games,
Right.
So, am I saying it's usually the jinx to put a stat out like this. He's never ever missed a field goal from 20 yards. Oh my God, he missed a field goal from 20 yards. Right? This ref is... He's only fucked the Seahawks. Oh my God, he loves the Seahawks. I don't know if that's what's going to happen here. But that's going to be a necessary thing for them to make it out of this situation with this motherfucker. So, I'm gonna still look.
I can't get over the map.
The map is ridiculous. Okay, so yes, have we seen have we seen this movie before? Actually, we have. I kid you not. So this happened once, many moons ago, when I was a young whippersnapper. Before I fucking blew my back out trying to put on my socks. That's a true story. It just happened like a week and a half ago. It was really bad. So this is a Super Bowl call. Now, whenever this is a great conversation to have about sentiments and stuff like that. Whenever there's two of a thing, it is technically twice as abundant, i.e., it is less scarce. When something is like a once in the first time you see something, it truly has a chance to be anomalous. That's why when you first hear, oh man, this fucking kicker has never missed fucking 46 straight fucking field goals. And you're like, dude, shut the fuck up. That's the first time everybody knows this fucker has never missed 46 fucking field goals because nobody fucking cares about all these stats that way. When you widely distribute that, right, the shock and awe of that fucking discovery of this fucking anomalous thing that's never been becomes fucking widely known. And that's the danger of like the announcer's curse, right? So I'll give you an example of some of these things. So I actually got this map up in here. Me and Tiki took like a half an hour to figure out how to add this to the website. You won't even believe how bad. Like, combined fucking 98 years of living experience, fucking like all about fucking 3 months worth of internet experience. Anyways, so these are some of these calls that we made across the years. And this was like the first one back in 2015, before fucking Epstein got his fucking mitts on core. God. Anyway, I should have that word coded out of this show. Anyways, all right, widely disseminated information. I don't know shit about sports. I think all of you know that. But in this one, like I clearly had talked about going the other way in this one. But okay, so now CNBC is throwing their foot in. I'm going to have to switch sides and call it for the Pats. This model says the Seahawks win. See, Seahawks? They've been in here before, and they got fucked here. This is one of the ones that ref is part of, right? The model says bet on Seahawks. So I've seen the fucking world be fucking favorite Seahawks already, much like this map. Not to that degree. And, obviously it came out, the Seahawks got wrecked, and they got fucking hamstringed a little bit. Brady was good, but they got screwed in that game. Next year, not a sports guy, but the jinx is real. CNBC jinx is a thing. Anyway, fast forward a little ways down, and we get to this fucking crazy game. So, mind you, these games are connected. So, this is the time the quarterback for the Eagles going to the Super Bowl got injured, and then this quarterback, what was his name? What's this guy's name? Nick Foles or something? Nick Coles? Where is he?
Is it?
I don't remember his name.
I don't follow the NFL like that.
He's some unknown dude. Look, Philadelphia Eagles beat the Patriots. They don't have his name in the fucking headline because he matters so little. Yeah, they don't say who he is. I think his name is Foles. One of you fucking sports people know who this motherfucker is. At any rate, this was the year that fucking the Patriots ended up on the fucking Super Bowl cover on the cover of Madden, which is its own curse. You guys ever heard of the Madden curse? That is a very famous fucking game curse. Whoever ends up on the cover of Madden catches an injury or the team goes to fucking shit. So this is the year that fucking so what are the chances the jinx is enough to wreck EA Sports and Tom Brady all today? Oh wait, who was on the cover this year? Maybe this has the way I wrote this suggests that the Eagles are on the cover. What Super Bowl is this? This is Super Bowl 52. That's 52. Yeah, Super Bowl 52. Who's on the cover of what year is Super Bowl 52? Let's look this up. Is this 2018? Yeah, this is it. 2018. What Madden came out in 2018?
Madden covered by years. I'm looking at the Patriots people like I don't know who they are. Like, that's not helpful.
NFL 2018. Let's see. Who's on the cover of that one? That's Madden. (2018) Who's on it? That an Eagle, right? No, wait. Who's on the cover of 18?
It's Pittsburgh.
That's Terrell Owens.
Pittsburgh, man.
That's 19. Who's this team? Is this the Eagles? Is Terrell Owens on the Eagles here? I can't tell what team that is. Oh, that's the Cowboys. That's the Cowboys. Oh, here's Brady. What year is he on it? He's 18. Brady's on it. Yeah. So Brady's on the one for this year. Right. This is the jinx for him. So he's got the Madden curse. This is correct, right? Brady's on the cover of Madden? Yeah, the GOAT edition. Right.
There you go.
There's Brady. Brady lands on the cover of that, which has historically been a fucking kryptonite for anybody who goes on the cover of that shit. They said, what are the chances CNBC jinx is enough to wreck EA Sports and Madden and Tom Brady today? What did they put down here? EA Games Madden has been weirdly correct with Super Bowl predictions. In the past, it thinks the Patriots will win Super Bowl 52. Wait. In the past, yeah. So they do the whole simulation of the game, and they say they come up with that. So I'm calling them to wreck CNBC, and Brady's ass is on the cover, which is also the jinx, and they fucking flag this. It gets worse. You get a quarterback that nobody's ever heard of. I told you guys, if you watch this season, a lot of you guys have been active in the sportsbook have noticed. In basketball, every next minute, the motherfucker's not playing. They're injured. The Wemby's on, he's off. Fucking SGA's on, he's off. Fucking Harden is on, he's off. You can't tell. The superstars, it ain't like in our day. In the 90s, motherfucker played to a broken goddamn ankle, played to a flu. Everybody plays till the end of the day. If motherfucker has a sore calf, he's out for weeks. Everyone's a fucking pussy. But when you look at it, you've noticed that whenever the star player comes out, more than 50% of the time, that team upsets the other team. And the thing I attribute it to is this guy could suck ass compared to the starting quarterback, but the Patriots haven't made a game plan to beat him. They made a game plan for the starter who's out. Basically, he could be 50% of the other quarterback with a completely unknown offense. He's a fucking serious risk to the fucking Pats defense. So it's likely a mispricing because nobody can accurately price what kind of offense is going to come out with the backup. So that's my thesis on if depending on how much the line moves, I will make a determination that there's a mispricing in recognizing actually the matchup correctly. The pricing of the line is based on fucking something completely else, especially if you lose a key player like the starting quarterback. And if the whole offense is built around him, you have no fucking idea what's going to come on the field. So I kind of valued that this was a mispriced line for that reason. Plus, the crowd is being told something that likely puts them in a fucking mental position to not really, value this correctly. This was the next biggest thing. This is the biggest public money on the Eagles. Don't think he's common at this scale. It was $1 million bet from a guy who was known in Vegas as Better X. And he was like a local legend over there, but he wasn't widely known on the national scene. I'd actually heard of him from my friend that makes books in Vegas. So I knew who he was. If he ain't fucking nuts, so I said, Eagles don't think he's common at this scale. It should be smart money if he ain't fucking nuts. So gonna stick with the Eagles. Will this be the end of the GOAT's run? And this is where Tom Brady finally loses the Super Bowl, and nobody thinks he can lose the Super Bowl at this point, especially to a backup quarterback, catches the entire country on the wrong side of that one. Fast forward to the following year, where we get to this map, which is nothing like the Seahawks map, but it's close, right? We'll get to that in a sec. In this game, Brady's now, he's lost one Super Bowl, but he's got 5 fucking rings. He's 1 ring short of the fucking Infinity Gauntlet. He's not sort of the most prolific winning quarterback in the last fucking decades in the Super Bowl, if not ever. So he's basically Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan never lost in the finals. This motherfucker is the Michael Jordan of fucking football. The chances he loses twice in a row if he's the Michael Jordan of football is statistically unfucking likely. And everyone just saw him lose to a backup, so everyone's going to be a little bit tainted about it too. But at the end of the day, Brady coming into play in his fucking 7th Super Bowl should be fucking a home field advantage regardless of where they're playing in the Super Bowl, just because he's a veteran of the Super Bowl. So I put this one, Brady, I thought should be a 7.5 point favorite, not 2.5. So either the GOAT loses 2 consecutive Super Bowls, which is anomalous, which is like trying to fade Jordan, probably not a good idea, and Mr. Mystery Better X has become a celebrity. Now he's a known thing. He's no longer anomalous. Right, so this is where you kind of start to realize, the jinx is real in overlapping situations. So the Better X is now fucking understood to have won an assload of money. People will follow him. He's not scarce, and fucking Brady also statistically is not likely to lose consecutively twice in the game that he's proven he's the king of. So you see where those kind of things come together. This likely means this shouldn't be a game of pick'em. The other piece of the pie was that the key offensive player for the Rams was injured. Gurley, who was the entire offense built around a running back, he was actually crippled. And he couldn't take handoffs in the game leading to the Super Bowl. So what that meant was they didn't actually have an offensive replacement for him. And if you could pick up on the fact that he was injured and he wasn't touching the ball, they didn't have the entire pillar of what brought him to the Super Bowl, and they didn't seem to have a backup plan either. So they kept him in, and fucking when they got to the Super Bowl, they had no offensive output. They got stomped. So this one was actually so crazy, I was able to reprice the line for what it should be, and properly handicap the game, and adjust it to what it should be. So I said, I'm going to call the end of Vetter X, gambling run, Pats win, plus 10. This is what a fair line should have been. I added the fucking mispricing to the fucking spread that they did, and I said this should be a 10-point spread. Boom, 10-point game. So I've never fully explained it to anybody how I fucking call that, but now you know. Most Americans want the Rams to win, and this was the tilt at this time. Look at this. How many times have you got to say it? The trend is your friend, don't fight it. Brady's in trend, for one. And this, the emotions of why people want to see Brady lose, people hate Brady. People hate the Patriots, right? The reason sheep love picking tops so much is because they hate to see other people win. And that is what creates a crowded trade. Most people, like crabs in a bucket, hate to see anybody rise out of the bucket. It corners the system more often than you would ever believe. But this was one of those times that happened here. This was fueled by hatred, though, for Brady, more than anything. Not love for the Rams. People wanted to see a winner lose. And that's you have to kind of understand the motivation behind this particular map. This was more about the hatred of Brady and not the love for fucking the Rams. And in this case, could that be the same thing? I don't think so. I think the Seahawks have always been an outside favorite to win the Super Bowl and kind of viewed as an underdog and actually known to have been screwed. I think people would like to see them win more than they would like to see the Patriots win. Not for any other reason than I think they're like a crowd favorite. You know, so I don't think it's the same kind of fuel behind this map. I'm kind of going to weigh things out where the line is at game time to kind of make a final decision on it. But, as tilted as that map appears, it seems like a no-brainer, especially when it's become common to look at sports this way now. This wasn't a known thing when I used to do this here. People didn't know how to read sports and see things like this and realize Vegas is going to fuck all of you in the ass when they saw this. People do know that now. So
one thing I know is how many times I'm going to hear this fucking guy's name on Sunday.
Drake May. You're going to hear Drake May. You're going to hear about Drake May and Drake May's fucking girlfriend until you fucking blew in the fucking face, and you're going to fucking like it. Drake May! Drake May!
All through the playoffs. Drake May.
That's your boy.
Like, yo,
I'm going to send you a Drake May. I'm going
to
to send you a Drake May jersey because I think you like Drake May.
They said it so many times. Like, my God.
Drake May. Got anybody in chat? What's going on here? Recent Madden covers athletes. Okay, yep, got it. So now you guys know how that works. Oh wow. Did I just paralyze the stream? Looked like I should broadcast the stream on the stream. That didn't go well. So where the heck am I? Oh yeah.
Good point. Beaver said people don't hate this Pats team nearly as much as they used to, but what they do hate is Pats fans. They know that annoys the shit out of them.
You know, like in the era of Belichick, he got caught cheating. People hated that motherfucker for that. That stained the team. People got sick of Brady winning it and thought that there must have been something going on, whether it was Deflategate and they were under pressurizing the balls or they were lip reading the other team's fucking coordinators from across the fucking arena with like fucking binoculars from the stands. They were doing crazy shit to win games, man. You talk about fucking, being like Wall Street traders trying to arbitrage information and shit like that. Belichick was about cheating by any fucking goddamn means necessary, Roy. He did that. He fucking lip read the other coaches from the other sideline in either plays. He likely underinflated the football, so Brady had an advantage in the way he could grip the ball. And, whatever other fucking, advantage they could get and not get caught with, I mean, they just basically do what America does, right? If they can do something underhanded and get paid for it, they'll do it. It's the American way. So I can't think anything more American than the Patriots fucking representing fucking Uncle Sam's typical business fucking ideas and fucking screwing everybody up the ass while they fucking make as much money as possible, right? That's what the Patriots basically did. So can you fault them for it? It's the American dream, right? God knows after the fucking the release of the Epstein files right now, you guys see how business in America really works in the West. It ain't what any of us fucking went to school to learn how to do in business, but you know, fucking, it's the American way, apparently.
Fucking insane.
It's. I don't even know how to segue into that with the show, but we started on Sportsbooks, bro. Jesus Christ. I don't want to go in there with a 10-foot pole and sully my broadcast with the shit that's going on in that story. Jeez. Unbelievable. What a week, huh? Can you guys believe it's only February fucking 7th? It's only been 30 fucking 8 days of the year, and the amount of shit that's happened in 2026 already?
This news flow is crazy. Like, yo.
Just imagine, right? With what's going on the last couple of days that you're seeing online, who even remembers that we kidnapped the motherfucker out of goddamn Venezuela? That's how your year really started. Your year started with the kidnapping of Maduro out of Venezuela. That feels like that happened like half a year ago.
It does. And there's been no news about him since either.
He's probably pissed off. He's probably more pissed off about the Epstein files because without any attention to his ass, he's probably sitting in a fucking cage somewhere without fucking like goddamn a glass of water and a crust of bread. If they don't gotta fucking, if they don't gotta say shit about him, like who the fuck knows where Maduro is right now, right? We haven't heard a fucking peep. Last I knew, he's in the prison with fucking Diddy, and that's it. So we started the year with a kidnapping. From what I know, I think 2 different countries burnt to the fucking ground. Nobody remembers that either. You know.
Yeah, man.
What a shitstorm. So, Sportsbook sucking the life out of crypto. And then now we have one other thing that's really hurting crypto bad, and we gotta talk about it, right? So, the revelation's in, and all of crypto then figured it out. Yo, first of all, I'm gonna start here, because we're on the topic of sports. I want to stick to the theme. What the fuck, man? Really? Can anyone name something that this motherfucker wasn't into? I saw this shit, right? There's a myriad of things he's into. Time travel. Fucking microtransactions. Bitcoin. But really, nigga, hands off our motherfucking athletes. It is a testament to the fact that Usain Bolt and fucking like, you know, some of the other runners from down there are literally the fastest things on the planet, but this is like some creepy ass shit. This nigga had a lot of free time to think about a lot of crazy shit, dude.
I don't know how this man had any free time. The amount of shit he was in.
Where does he throw the parties at if he's also rearranging the entire Western civilization and technology and every single fucking aspect of fucking society? When the hell does this guy have time to be all over the place as a socialite too? I run like a station and shit and fucking some TA, and that's like enough plus 1 kid. How the fuck does this nigga like have the amount of time he's got? And he's like an old guy. Like, I'm getting more tired as I go towards 50. He looks older than me, and this nigga's prolific.
Yeah, no shit.
Actually, the craziest thing I've ever seen. Actually, some of the craziest shit I've ever seen. So, this takes us back to a show that...
Hold on, real quick. Something with getting old in sports. Mm-hmm. You see who's coming out of retirement for one more?
No, who?
Ric Flair. At 76 years old.
He just had a heart attack, bro.
He's talking about coming out for one more match.
Dude, that seems like a terrible idea. I'm pretty sure he had a heart attack in the ring a couple years ago, like a real one. The guy was kicking him and everything. I think he was having a heart. Dude, he's ancient. How does he not have any money left to retire? That nigga's like fucking been in wrestling since the 60s, bro.
One more. He didn't hear no bell.
I didn't hear no bell.
76 years old. Come on, man. You're going to break your hip.
Dude, he hits the ground once. Did you guys see this? In the craziest fucking crash, the Epstein liquidation event. The strongest asset on earth, motherfuckers. Did you see it? Not gold. Not NASDAQ. Not Bitcoin. Not Solana. Not the safe havens that you're told by your fucking grandfather's grandfathers from the yesteryear. No, siree, Bob. Fuck your gold fucking bullion. Fuck your Cougarans, motherfucker. Fuck your silver chains, nigga. Win TV, bitch. Come on, this is iconic shit for that to have happened in the middle of like literally Armageddon.
No shit.
I had nothing to do with it. I
Awesome.
woke up inside. I was like, "Yo, holy shit balls!" I was like, "What is happening right now?" That's crazy. Think about it. From Nasdaq went from Bitcoin went from 88,000 to 60, 28,000 point drop. Sol went from 128 from that spot to fucking 68. 68, motherfucker, like half off. And in that time, Win TV, niggas. A double. Talk about
Awesome.
all the people who fucking pissed on this station, all you cocksucking little pieces of shit that just fucking left the Discord talking at your assholes a dumb tip. Fuck you, nigga. I hope you watched this shit and enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. You know who you are, you fucking 6'7" piece of fucking faggotry. Fuck you, nigga. You know exactly who you bird beak looking motherfucker. Anyways.
How do you really feel?
Fucking nigga soft as baby shit. Come over here, nigga, took one hit of weed, collapsed on everybody. Fucking you, he's a bitch gene in that motherfucker. The first time he dropped on the fucking pavement smoking pot. The second time was for sure. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about, pussy. Anyways. Don't fucking piss on us in our Discord. We help you out. Don't bite the hand that feeds you, motherfucker. Bring your 7-foot ass over here so I can fucking put you to sleep on the sidewalk, nigga. Bitch ass. Anyways. Point made. Fuck him. And fuck all the other Dutch cocksuckers that went out the room with that motherfucker. Don't talk shit about people's kids, nigga. At least have the balls to do it to his fucking pops. Slap the shit at you. Anyways, I think I covered all the bases on that one.
It's thoroughly covered.
Thoroughly covered. Tell me this isn't a work of art. The meme version of the art of markets. Isn't this great? And I had to leave this motherfucker on here too, right? We're going to come back to what we're talking about. I'm just slowly meandering towards the fucking nightmare that is the fucking file release. But, guys, Booby, come on. White Knight. Come on, niggas. A person or a thing, let's just use a person, not a thing, that comes to someone's aid. Niggas. This is the show we taught you what a 2B was, which is what this was. Right? It was making it here, had made it here, and this is the 2B actually of Monero Winter's high. If we go back and look at BTC, which we will, well, actually I could put Monero Winter on here. Let's see. Monero Winter. Oh crap. Oh crap, what did I put in it? I'm not gonna be able to find that thing. I think it's on the project. Ah, crap. How many fake versions of him exist? Look at that. Derp. Dumbasses. Please tell me it's pinned. No, goddammit. There it is. Is that it? Yes, it is. There's Monero Winter. This is a call from, this is December 17th. So let's grab that guy. Nobody kept track of this thing, huh? This thing gave away the whole fucking de-risk. Like, from 2024, you could have just watched this motherfucker. Where'd that chart go? So Monero Winter is that high. And what really happened for the whole of 2025 was really a 2B of Monero Winter. That is why this is called Dark Winter. I couldn't use Monero twice, so, you know. Doing the best I can out here. So, right, this is the 2B of Dark Winter. All right, sorry, god damn it. It's all privacy coin related. Anyways. All right, and then, of course, our giant sentiment read of this cocksucker up here, who is literally the fucking top of the entire season. So Dark Monero Winter is, like I said, the high end of December 17th right here. 2B, really big 2B, and you got a whole system on top, which we talked about in the I think the first or second show, right? And then it failed to fucking structure out through this. It created a system on top of itself, and then it tried to break through, and then it finally broke through, and then this is where fucking like real Armageddon shows up, right?
Yeah, man.
So in here, November. What is that? Did I see a drawing? Oh, it's a text box. 15th right here, right there, November 15th is... Right here's your gas pedal move coming out of this guy and this entire flag situation. This is where the whole revelations about the first extreme drops are coming out. And then Zcash and Monero set up a structure that I like to be pretty much fucking the death to Zcash. And we told you, Monero is the only actual real privacy coin in the entire market. Zcash was always a psyop. Just like fucking Bitcoin is, they're both Israeli psyops, right? Fully traceable, meant to expose people, but to kind of look like they weren't traceable. Bitcoin first was that idea from 2008 to 2012 once the Silk Road situation happened. Then it was realized that Bitcoin was traceable, and a guy named Fluffy Pony, he fixed it. XMR, if most people don't know this, is the actual proper way Bitcoin's supposed to work. If there is a Bitcoin that's untrackable, that's supposed to work like cash, XMR is actually the Bitcoin code that does what Bitcoin was promised to do, and is the only thing that does it, not Bitcoin. XMR, if anything, is the true Bitcoin. As crazy as it sounds, for what the belief of what crypto is supposed to be, XMR is a clone of Bitcoin's code that fixes the traceability problem that literally to this day the FBI can't crack. It is the one actual real Bitcoin in the entire sea of shitcoins. It is the only one that acts like a $20 bill I can give you in the street, walk away, and you don't know who I am because you got $20 from me. Unfortunately, the motive to make it like that is because Bitcoin was originally the currency of Silk Road and dark markets that likely was a psyop by, the hijacking of the Bitcoin core to ultimately have people pay for sex trafficking on the dark web and actually expose themselves because they didn't understand that Bitcoin was actually visible. So until people went down in Silk Road, Fluffy Pony didn't come along to actually make a proper Bitcoin that would work on Silk Road, that you wouldn't get caught for buying drugs, guns, people, kids, ordering murders and whatnot. So XMR actually fulfilled the actual goal of what Bitcoin was thought to have done, for all of the years it existed. But in the meantime, everybody who transacted in Silk Road using Bitcoin put themselves on a fucking forever ledger of who did what. So likely the blackmail began by having people pay that were really wealthy through a medium they thought they were invisible and fully dox themselves to enter this blackmail operation. Anyways, don't you guys love seeing Mbessa up in that box like a fucking idiot?
The crying lion.
The crying lion. That guy's pussy's like forever bleeding, bro. Stick a fucking tampon in it. Wants to be me so bad.
That outburst he had there was just like, what? And it came out of nowhere. I was like, what?
You understand, when you catch one guy,
why are you snapping?
When you're hyper emotional, like, remember, value is found is a scarcity. Ignorance encircles value. Ignorance is fueled by emotional distortions, right? Because bias distorts reality through ego, and the more emotions you have, the more distorted it gets. An emotional person is never found alone. I only need one of these fucking idiots to know where all the idiots are. That guy isn't and when you get this kind of correlation where he arrives in that point, you can never argue you're not the dumb money. That's why I tag you like that, because I know what dumb money looks like, talks like, and moves like, and I know what it looks like in the price. Big ass 2V, big piece of shit that has no identity of his own, trying to rip off my brand, wishes he was me, has my cock in his mouth every day for the last 7 years trying to be me, trying to talk shit to me. That's ego. Bam, that's death. He was easy catch. He wants to be me, but you never will if you keep it over the side of the equation, motherfucker. Timestamp for another 7 years to keep practicing to not be a stupid piece of shit. Good luck with that. But yeah.
It's a wild behavior. It's a wild behavior to observe.
Right. So we literally used him and put a sheet out literally on this one, like death is next, right? He was an instant fucking trigger. Yep. And this is what literally happened to Bitcoin next. This is why OCT is so deadly. We know they're fucking worthless pieces of shit. No one else does, but we do. And we keep the data that lets us fucking prove it over. Whatever he wants to say, there's no words to get out of being this moron in the price. It's markets are math. You appeared there, you're stupid. That's it. No one has to debate you either to see if you agree with me that you're stupid. I don't need stupid people's agreement with me to know that they're stupid. I've got to be dumber than you for that to be a thing. So only stupid people think that you have to agree with them that with what they're talking about before it really makes sense. No, it doesn't. You're fucking dumb, and no one has to talk to you because you're dumb. Anyways, so that point made, this is the situation from the top. And then we go back to looking at what we're talking about here, right? This came out last year when the Epstein files first got the first drop before the end of 2025. And this should have put immediate fucking fear in everybody's fucking soul the second you saw this. Because it isn't like he's going to send like, hey, how you doing email. Everywhere he fucking goes, everything fucking becomes him. And so the earliest emails that we have now, back here it wasn't known, but the earliest emails between this motherfucker and Bitcoin Core, or Bitcoin is created on October 31st, 2008. This motherfucker's first email is August 1st, 2009. He is there before the 1 year mark. Could be even earlier. How the fuck he could find this that early is mind-blowing. Because I found Bitcoin in the end of 2008. But I was trading e-gold and DigiCash. So I was in that world of cryptographic coins before Bitcoin, like for 2 years. I was trading those coins for like fucking 2006 on. Like much more complicatedly difficult shit to fucking deal with in your computer. I stumbled on Bitcoin. He was just one of the next ones. For him to find that motherfucking coin 9 months after its creation is astonishing. But what's even crazier and probably unfortunately more symbolic is, who in the chat can tell us what is the first transaction Bitcoin was ever used to do? Come on. Say it.
Cue the Jeopardy music.
Cue the Jeopardy music.
Come on.
Come on, somebody write it in there. I know you're with me. So, yeah, I know you guys are robustly all screamed it out, but yes, it was to buy.
J Squid got it.
It was to buy, of all fucking things that's associated with child trafficking. What did I click on? It was used to buy fucking pizza. You know that thing I always tell you guys about? There's no such thing as coincidence in a mathematically precise universe. Right now, I hate that fucking saying because fucking Jesus Christ, what is this site doing to me? Fuck off. So, what are the chances that Bitcoin is associated with something called Pizza Day and was commandeered by a guy running a blackmail operation that's been labeled Pizzagate? That is a giant blackmail child trafficking network that required a fucking transaction medium that most of the people who were important in 2009, not knowing what the hell this was, would have likely believed was a safe passage to fucking make payments to do these things. It looks much different than the fucking joke of the guy paying 10,000 Bitcoins for a piece of pizza and looking stupid for what he missed out on. Now, it looks like this transaction was way more than symbolic.
Right.
What are the chances that the Pizzagate scandal is true and this motherfucker is embedded since 2009 and the first transaction that we know of with this thing is fucking goddamn pizza?
Yeesh.
You see, that looks much worse than we all could have dreamed. And this is, as far as Bitcoin goes, if it was personified, this is catastrophic brand damage. From here to El Salvador to world fucking reserves, this is come out so quickly and so well distributed to be, where did I put it? Right here. To be a completely Israeli-controlled scam. Just like Zcash, was one reason that I thought Zcash would explode when people realized that thing's not private. It's a complete setup of a coin. Who's going to fucking load this in their reserves now with this situation, guys? Let's look at this. Satoshi. Come on, how good was this though? We recognize it instantly. Satoshi Naka Greenberg, this is not fucking good. So you go on the timeline and they put Satoshi Epstein, and this is the brand damage. This is global right now. This genie's not going back in the fucking in the lamp. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the most craziest fucking revelations. This is like jumping into the craziest fucking movie, alternate reality shit, and it's now real life. Like, we got a reality TV president, and you got a reality TV timeline that's fucking out of this fucking world. This is forever what Bitcoin. You're never gonna separate the fact that fucking Israel commandeered the fucking coin and commandeered core. You can never strip this away and go, well, anyways, the code is no. This is a whole part of a fucking complete fucking psyop to undermine fucking world leaders and to fucking take over a global transaction, which now amounts to just the biggest shitcoin pump ever, using Donald Trump, who is their fucking puppet, to fucking basically sentiment fuck everybody. You got a crypto president, while fucking the Satoshi era was unloaded into the entire fucking market in the summer of fucking 2025. You got multiple billion-dollar wallets that fucking dump barred inside of a single week, inside this narrow fucking window, as if they fucking heard fucking like the worst news in the world was coming down the pipeline, which apparently they did, because they front run this entire situation, and now it makes sense why the fuck you'd ever panic and dump wallets that have been in there since 2011 and fucking sat to all kinds of corrections, all come out together. Every 2011 wallet is fucking gone. Really?
Yeah, it's a little sus, huh? A little bit.
Am I still yeah, sure, okay. So there's this guy. Ugh. This guy is everywhere, right? What's his name? Daniel Pena? Give me that fucking guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dan Pena.
Is this Dan? Okay, there he is. This guy's statement obviously is making the rounds now. This is so funny. This came up with like, am I retarded? Dane Pena. It's not Daniel.
It's not Dan. Just Dan.
Okay. Oh, it's Daniel. So this statement,
he goes by Dan.
So this statement, there he is. All right. This statement is crazy.
Bitcoin will go to fucking zero.
That guy clipped it. I would have ruined that.
If you knew who owned Bitcoin or who started Bitcoin, you had Bitcoin, you couldn't sleep at night. I know. 100%. And when the real founder of Bitcoin comes out, it is my humble opinion, and there's nothing humble about me, Bitcoin will go to fucking zero.
One day.
And microsecond, whoop, like that. If you knew.
And so he came out and said what he thinks it was. He thinks it's the Russians. And it was a Russian plan to basically fucking devastate the U.S. financial system. Ultimately, it's directly coming out of Israel. So maybe he didn't know, but he did know that it was something that would be less than fucking trustworthy if the Western financial fucking body figured out this came from something that was less than a fucking ally. And it wasn't something coming out of the U.S. or some kind of group of nerdy coders or Hal Finney or any of those guys. This was, Hal Finney, all these guys are on this guy's payroll or on Epstein's payroll. So you've got a fucking blackmail operation currency fucking sitting in the fucking reserves of a couple nations right now with a president that's literally fucking been fucking exposed as a fucking child rapist and the most prolific motherfucker in the Epstein fucking files. He appears 38,000 times. He appears more times in the fucking Epstein files than Jesus appears in the fucking Bible, right? He's not sort of tied to this. If Obama had one mention in the Epstein files, they'd love it. They'd fucking throw a party. This nigga 38,000. And he's the guy holding crypto. And he's fucking got it tied to his brand now, tied to this Epstein brand. I mean, it's brand damage on brand damage on brand damage that you have here. It's an unbelievable thing we're watching. So this cannot be ignored. So, we've been sitting on top of all that. The Sportsbook's fucking arrived in November. Fucking the revelation that Epstein was tied to the situation the way he was arrived in November. There is multiple sucking sounds under crypto now, right? Just think who's coming back to fucking buy into Bitcoin while this fucking is fresh in everyone's mind. And I think everyone's realizing how well dispersed the news flow around this Epstein file is. It is being viewed fucking 50 million times from here to fucking goddamn, Bangladesh. Everybody is getting the same information. It is widely fucking known. So one of two things: we're all been fucking sentiment trapped now to fucking think it's a pedo coin, and it has nothing to do with it. It's going to recover. It's going to become the reserve currency, the digital gold of all nations. Or this is a permanent fucking dent in the fucking velocity that was available to ever come back to Bitcoin, even with how fucking widely dispersed it had gotten in the last year. We have traders in fucking Nigeria that were buying Bitcoin in our room. Who the fuck is going to buy off fucking people in Nigeria? You know what I'm saying? Fucking at the end of the day, we had a motherfucker in the room that was making $50 a month buying fucking $3 worth of Bitcoin. Who the fuck's the exit liquidity for that guy?
No shit.
You need velocity. You need exponential growth and demand. Where will exponential growth come over the fucking poorest fucking people of Africa fucking buying Bitcoin at $125,000 a coin? Where will you get an exponentially larger group of people to buy off of that round of buyers? That happened last year. Summer of last year, we saw that literally in the summer of last year. So you need even more people past the Epstein files to want to buy this. I'll still say it again. Bitcoin is not safe till you clear the fucking area that the Satoshi era wallets dumped out, 115 to 118K. This thing is fucking dangerous right now. And the sentiment that's come out around it, the revelation that's come out around it, everybody and their mother got the memo. And Sportsbook exists as a viable option to go and not get rugged or not get caught in the fucking Epstein scandal. It's just negative on a negative on a negative. I don't think you can fucking overlook like how much the worldview of leadership in the West has changed. Bill Gates is implicated in this. Right. Bezos is implicated in this. Elon is implicated in this. Zuckerberg's implicated in the ring. That's that's 5 CEOs of $5 trillion companies. The Mag 7, that's 5 of them tied to Epstein and Bitcoin. The entire West looks like a construct of Israel's fucking psyop operations. It's a fraud. Sorry, go ahead.
No, the craziest too to me though is Elon and Saylor, because they both out-creeped the creeps and weren't allowed to come. Like how creepy do you have to be and weird?
It's a level. It's creep factor on levels. What this really tells you though is like,
wow.
Here's a clip from a show back in 2022 we put out. Flesh of My Flesh. We talked about the ever-increasing crazy shit we're all going to be dealing with, right? Which we are, all right? The world is getting crazy. The news flow fucking the first 37 days of the year looks like fucking the last 5 years. It's crazy as fuck. But more importantly, since World War II, the U.S. has managed to use propaganda to kind of hijack the narratives that we're the good guy in the world. And even though Russia's the one who beat fucking Germany, in most people's recollection today, they're going to think that we're the bigger part of solving World War II than Russia was. And Russia has kind of lost their fucking, their claim to fucking what they did in World War II in stopping Hitler and saving Europe. Well, this takes us back to this clip.
The genie never goes back in the bottle. As you live out the cycle of any marketplace, it just gets crazier. The level of what we consider normal is fucking shocking to fucking 3-4 years ago people. And you're getting is a new normal level of volatility at the baseline. Imagine what the world's got to be like for that to be true. And that's going to be us, right? The human parabola. Man, I hope things go back to the way they used to be. Man, I hope things go back to the way they used to be. Man, I hope things go back to the way they used to be.
How much do you guys keep saying that in your head watching the news flow in the last 2 weeks?
Right.
How prophetic was this, right? The news flow back here, remember, this is 2022. We've seen COVID already. And the news flow has been pretty crazy for the last 2 years at this point. How fucking crazy is the last fucking 4 months of news flow of 2025 to 2026 compared to this shit? This is like slow fucking goings on back here.
To be, this is what happens along an asset class before it blows off. That's the way you look backwards. In hindsight, it's relatively fucking more crazy along the arc. If we maintain this trajectory, the news flow that we're experiencing today is going to look like a fucking picnic to what the news flow is going to be down here. What happens to the world post-Facebook again? Leadership of the world changes. Rotation within the basket of the human race, and the new leader becomes the dominant face of the world. And then humans pump again.
Right? What would it take to rotate the leadership of the world? To let the West stop dictating situations in the Middle East, stop dictating fucking, treaties between nations, stop being the seemingly peacekeeping force while it's attacking everybody, but nobody else can do that? What would you need to fucking get everybody to jump ship on Western domination and, the NATO alliance being the fucking peacekeepers of the world? You would need something that could unify everybody across every fucking single fucking demographic strata, across race, across religion, across culture, and across ages. There's only one thing that could actually unify all of the world. It isn't fucking liberalism, it isn't conservatism, it isn't Islam, it isn't fucking Christianity, it isn't Buddhism, it isn't Hinduism. Do you know what it is? It's child abuse. That is a single fucking thing. When you think about this all being widely disseminated right now, right? It kind of almost doesn't fucking feel natural, does it? It's being disseminated through the media that's tied to the very people who are at the fucking heart of the conspiracy. In order for everyone to get the memo, they still have to tell everybody. And that's exactly what's happening. The rate of dispersion of this particular story of child trafficking is dispersing so fucking fully and completely This is the one thing that could piss everybody off from here to fucking goddamn Australia and the whole planet. All at once, regardless of whatever fucking lines in the sand you draw between one another, like I said, between race, religion, anything, politics, this will piss off anybody that's got kids or a fucking family. So if I wanted the world to not listen to the leadership of NATO ever again, it would be something like this, right? You see my point? Oh, come on. I know I wrote that somewhere. Right. No, that's not it. Didn't I write that was by design somewhere today? That's not it. Put by design somewhere. I specifically wrote that. I know I wrote that. God damn it. I know I did. The point I intended to make today. Fuck. I know I wrote that shit, dude. I hate that shit. I can never find stuff. But, God damn it. Oh, just kill me now.
Twitter search is like so. It's just so.
I can't find stuff on here, bro. I swear to God. Yeah, but it said peeps are undervaluing just how damaging it was for the entire planet to find out the entire Western financial system was an Israeli psyop. You're watching what happens when there's a full loss of trust in the system. This is how world leadership rotates. This is what you would need, you know. But it's also tactical in the way it's emerged. You know, it's the timing where it is in the system. And think about it, right? Please tell me I wrote it like this. No, god damn it. Unbelievable. You know what I'm looking for, god damn it. I'm having the worst time right now. Is it gonna come up like that? Farmer's chart, where is it? You know I find this every other time I want. There it is. Jesus. So this guy's chart is pretty crazy. This farmer created this chart based on fucking some kind of crops he was growing. And he came up with these cycles between different crops, which he said was in human behavior. And he created this graph of booms and busts for 150 years, which has been stunningly accurate. So we all had been talking about this last year. What could possibly be the catalyst for 2026? Please, God, don't let it be Epstein. It was Epstein. The craziest thing, right? This thing is pretty crazy. So obviously the market hasn't crashed everywhere, right? The Dow Jones just made a new high today. It's crypto that took a fucking fat shit. And obviously gold and silver has massive pullbacks so far. But this is an interesting thing that we keep our eyes on in the room. You know, we've been watching it from years from we discovered this. We discovered this thing back like fucking a decade ago. And we've seen, you know, 19 was exactly spot on. COVID came the next year. The bottom for the bull cycle did happen in 2023. And some crazy ass shit's going on in front of 2026. So, you know, it's definitely worth noting. And his big correction up here, we all know what's aimed at that, right? That's the big Smageddon timing date also is towards 2035. A whole bunch of things in the plan are scheduled for 2035 that are worthy of note. Anyways, covered a lot of stuff there, didn't we?
Yes.
Oof. Y'all get all that? There's a lot of stuff. Crazy times we're in, I'm telling you. Crazy times. We supposed to be talking about sports somewhere? So, all of this does come together though, right? Like I said, the sports velocity that's taken all the capital out of the fucking crypto markets, and now a permanent, you know, stain of dishonor tied to the very foundations of crypto. I don't think it can be widely overlooked because, like I said, it's like by design that everybody had to get the message about what's going on with this Epstein situation to really undermine the West's capability to lead the world. But in the same breath of that all happening, everyone has a wide knowledge of the fact where crypto now origins come from. And you really can't escape this to say, well, put your trust in it anyway. At the end of the day, right, the entire, like 70-some-odd% of the code has been sponsored by Epstein. And ultimately Israel, which cannot be trusted to anybody to fucking do nothing but put a backdoor in anything they put their hands on in order to fucking control the now most popular term on the internet. You guys seen this thing? Wait for it.
There you go.
Everyone now finally knows what this really means. Right? Their searches for the Goyim have gone crazy. Everybody now knows that we're human cattle. We're designed to be their cattle and their belief, and everything is for Israel. Everything is against us. Bitcoin is tied to this. Bitcoin is tied to being a coin for the fucking Goyim, right? For us being stupid. For us just being dumb animals. This is what you want people to buy as a fucking reserve currency now? Think about it. It's just a fact. This is what this is what you're dealing with, right?
It's nuts.
But really look at this. I remember where everything is. This is almost like the old days. We had to search up everything. Oh, before I go anywhere, do y'all realize what it takes to pull this trick off? Each member of the Nomics fam, myself included, finally, owns a winter call. I had to get in there, you know, because I'm actually Winternomics. These fuck niggas kind of moonlight in this bitch. But I'm specifically the nigga of winter. So, like, you know, I can't have these motherfuckers riding around with fucking winter and this shit when I'm the nigga named Winter. That's ridiculous. And now I have my own winter. Thank you very much. I'm in the club, run the station, and have a winter call. Fuck both those niggas. I have all of it. Where's Shadow at with his bullshit, right? Hiding in the shadows? Fuck you, nigga. Where's Kazo? Fucking suspended. Fuck you, nigga. Aha. Haters will say it's photoshopped. That's because it is, stupid. I don't have this account around anymore. I'm kidding. It's a real call. It really happened. But yeah. So yeah. Winter in this bitch. I think this is pretty iconic. And it always happens in the winter season. Crypto's incredibly seasonal if you've never ever noticed that, right? Incredibly seasonal. So it's corrections. If you think about Mt. Gox was fucking December through February correction. 2017 is right there. 2024. If you're not paying attention in this season to what can happen here, you haven't been around long enough or paying attention at the same time. But yeah, winter is dangerous for fucking crypto if you haven't fucking got the message. Winternomics TV, winter. Hello? Anyway. What was I getting to here? So, now we finally get to go back in time to the early dawns of the Winternomics account, actually. And now we're going to re-examine this chart again. Without me being called all kinds of names, because I'm trying to tell you what the fuck is happening. We're not insanely accurate because we don't know who runs the system. One of the reasons we're insanely accurate is because we know exactly who runs the system. And this is because my mentor in mortgages in 2004 pointed me at a fucking documentary that's on my website called Money Masters, which told you who architected the central banking system and figured out how to collateralize fucking the planet through debt and leverage the planet's assets to fucking terraform it at an accelerated pace. That's the CEO on the board of the company. You don't give a fuck what middle management's doing. You don't give a fuck what the goddamn fucking account executives are doing. You don't give a fuck what the guy in the mailroom's doing. Steve Jobs makes Apple do what Apple does. So if you don't know who's running the company, you can't call the company. So for anybody who's been trapped under fucking antiseptic fucking laws that fucking restricted all of us going from having a conversation, yeah, nigga, I said antiseptic, fucking sue me for it. These fuck niggas fucking created a way to make sure none of us could ever talk while they raped us up the asshole, and that's exactly what they've been doing. So I wrote this way in 2018, the best as I could to not be banned from the internet, because if you say the wrong words, because somebody's put a fucking law against all fucking humans on both sides of the Atlantic somehow, devoid of sovereign fucking borders, that fucking shackled billions of us from having a fucking convo in case somebody was trying to fucking screw us up the ass. That's as much as I can say on this network, because this network is earned by, well, you know enough. So, point being, now that I can speak about it since there's more wide distribution of the fact we're being fucked in a very fucking coordinated fashion, I was trying very subtly to tell you that here, 8 years ago. Now you guys get it without me having to go through all the descriptions in the Talmud or anything like that. Yes, we're their entire farm of animals. And the fact is, the gigantic population boom that we have enjoyed, that we're all part of to discuss who's in control of what, They made us. They didn't sort of cleverly fucking figure out how to make us. They absolutely made us. They levered the planet itself and increased the developing countries and industrial countries. This is the underdeveloped parts of the world that basically is the labor force of the whole earth. They boomed the excess population, which we're now getting vaccinated with shit that's fucking up our fucking birth rates. You have to look at the whole narrative. They made the population of extra sheep first, and now they needed to stop breeding. That's the fucking first part of the story no one's to talk about. Someone's not just attacking the mass of 8 billion humans. The people who generated the 8 billion humans are culling the herd they made. That's a lot different. We treat that like a farmer. It actually makes sense from the farmer's perspective if the herd gets out of hand, you know what I'm saying? But AI coming along and Gen Z fucking basically quiet quitting, soft fucking living, and doing absolutely fucking nothing is not a coincidence. They're the death of fucking the human race. And they're replaceable. That is what's happening. This is one of the strongest statements you'll ever read, so we're going to read it again. Let me issue and control a nation's currency, and I care not who writes the laws. I think Epstein's letter should have made that abundantly fucking clear how fucking important that goddamn statement is. And who did Epstein work for? You guessed it. These guys. Epstein literally says, I'm an agent of the Rothschilds. This is who this graph is about. Epstein's their agent. And they fucking basically created the entire population boom their fucking selves. And terraformed the whole fucking planet. That's your absolute boss of all bosses. And Epstein's their agent. The few who understand the system will be so interested in his profits, that's me, or be so dependent upon his favors that there will be no opposition from that class. I oppose, but, we still make money on it. While on the other hand, the great body of people, mentally incapable, goyim, of comprehending the tremendous advantage that capital derives from the system, will bear its burdens without complaint and perhaps without even suspecting that the system is inimical, i.e. harmful, to their interests. Really, really think about that statement. When you realize an agent of those people said this statement in the modern era. Epstein said, apple juice makes money by manipulating markets and to let the goyim do the labor. They've never said a different message. That's why they have antiseptic laws, so we can't ever discuss it, because when someone's going to fuck you up the ass, they need to make sure you don't talk about it. The fact that everyone went along with that while this was happening is the more mind-blowing part, because in no place that I'm seeing it are these people victims today. They're outright controllers of the whole planet. Maybe they were victims once. That ain't going on in this timeline. Restrictions on having a conversation about somebody who could be robbing billions of us seems like a fucking tactical advantage, more so than anything. But at any rate, yes, this is quite crazy. This is February 2nd. There's another one that's important on here too also. Where is it? Media. Nope. Nope. Second one for it. This one. So both Shadow and myself tried to get this point across quite some time ago, reiterating the same chart, explaining to people who don't know what the fuck to talk about. I guess this guy chicken shitted out and deleted everything since he looked like an idiot. Oh no, you know who this was? This was the guy who said he was Satoshi. This is a combo with Craig Wright.
I remember him.
That's who this is, and he deleted his whole account's gone. So that's why it's gone. But yeah, he looked like a moron. He got clowned pretty bad in this entire fucking chain. And he fucking talked some shit to Shadow, and then he fucking raged out. Anyway, Craig Wright didn't know what he was talking about, and he's not Satoshi. So, that being said, this was more clearly to show you this statement location. Let me control a nation's money, and I care not who writes the law. And there is where the last major fucking tentacle of the octopus inserted onto this side of the Atlantic in the United States, shows up. The Federal Reserve, and if you think about it, let's see. I can't spell too good. Oil, dairy. No, how do you spell the oil thing that drills in the ground? Oil derrick. There it is. Think of a central bank as this. Can we get a GIF? This is perfect. So, an oil derrick, this pump, is designed to pull oil out of the ground. Think of a central bank just like that. And you need to stick one onto fucking like the European fucking continental plate, onto Africa, onto North America, onto Central America, and obviously you can subdivide the regions and put them into different nations within those regions, but you need to get them installed all around the planet. To then draw the resources out of the planet, you need a labor force to help to convert the raw materials into a product that has tangible values, and then you need to create cycles to repo those assets, i.e. foreclosure waves or fucking, deflation busts, and repo the new assets pulled out of the earth, and then have those same go back out and fucking redo the process again. That is how you terraform a planet. That's what they did. They basically attached central banks to the entire planet like oil derricks, and then they fucking used the system of central banking to create leverage and collateralize debt, tying it to the treasuries of the nations, thereby to the labor of the fucking indigenous people of each respective region, to then pay back fucking like a rip on top of the production of these goods, and ultimately lay claim to the goods themselves. So basically, none of us really have much ownership in the planet, but we help build it out, and at the point you reach your useful life, you likely need to get rid of the excess labor force, which is what we're kind of viewing as part of like the unfolding Bixby-Geddon situation that we're dealing with in the rotation of world leadership. That's a mouthful. If you've been following us for a few years, it probably should scare you a little bit and kind of also fucking open your mind to some of the things we've discussed with you for the last 10 years.
Also tying it directly in with the rise of AI, right? How many people are out of work right now, and it's not even getting going yet.
Right, people are losing jobs and reproduction rates are falling. That is not an accident. That is happening together. So, everybody all right with all that stuff? That's kind of a lot. We take a fucking quick break. We're gonna listen to some fucking dope music for a second while I fucking yak it up in the back. I'll be right back.
Came from the shadows, ledger in my hand. Blockchain profit, they don't understand. Numbers like hieroglyphs, I wrote the scroll. They try to burn it, but I mind my soul. Winternomics, frostbitten and cold. Every coin flip, story unfolds. Through my game, try to lock my name, but I coded the keys to the Hall of Fame. Colonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Attack from all sides, wolves in the mist. Why they slept on me, I never did sleep. They took my stash, tried to hack my mind, but the block stayed solid, can't rewind time. Made it happen, from ashes to gold. Phoenix on the ledger, story retold. Colonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Came from the shadows, ledger in my hand. Blockchain profit, they don't understand. Numbers like hieroglyphs, I wrote the scroll. They try to burn it, but I mind my soul. Winternomics, frostbitten and cold. Every coin flip, story unfolds. Through my game, try to lock my name, but I coded the keys to the Hall of Fame. Colonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Attack from all sides, wolves in the mist. Turn to a dragon, scales glinting with risk. Algorithm assassin, trades cut deep. Why they slept on me, I never did sleep. They took my stash, tried to hack my mind, but the block stayed stay solid, can't rewind time. Made it happen, from ashes to gold. Phoenix on the ledger, story retold. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Came from the shadows, ledger in my hand. Blockchain profit, they don't understand. Numbers like hieroglyphs, I wrote the scroll. They try to burn it, but I mind my soul. Winternomics, frostbitten and cold. Every coin flip, the story unfolds. Through my games, try to lock my name, but I coded the keys to the Hall of Fame. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Attack from all sides, wolves in the mist. Turn to a dragon, scales glinting with risk. Algorithm assassin, trades cut deep. Why they slept on me, I never did sleep. They took my stash, tried to hack my mind, but the block stayed solid, can't rewind time. Made it happen, from ashes to gold. Phoenix on the ledger, story retold. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game.
Back. What up?
But,
You guys process some of that stuff? Some crazy shit we're discussing though, right?
it's wild. Covered a lot.
Never got so much anxiety from news flow. I think that's true. I think everyone's got crazy anxiety because everything they were sure of as being a bedrock of their fucking societies in the West just fucking got destroyed. Hell, we can't even be comfortable with motherfucking goddamn fucking what we grew up fucking watching as kids, you know? Like, every single thing is compromised. The Simpsons? Think about this shit.
No shit.
What's not
Changes
compromised?
everything.
Like, just imagine that this is fucking real, guys. Right?
Nuts.
We have marveled over the years, like, okay, we are in the business of predictions, and the only person that's completely kicked the shit out of us has been this motherfucker. Do you realize what it took to beat us in the prediction game was literally being in the fucking side of the equation with the people who are the architects of the entire fucking civilization and reality? Is the only way Matt Groening could out fucking class me in predictions. He had to be on the team of people who built fucking society to beat my ass. That's pretty fucking epic when you think about it. The only way this guy outtimed us was fucking the fact he had the inside knowledge of what they were actually doing. You know, when you think about the Donald Trump on the fucking staircase, you know, for the Super Bowl, not the Super Bowl, what was it called?
What, the election on the escalator?
Yeah, I'm trying to, let me see if I can pull it side by side. Donald Trump. Yeah, this makes way different sense when you realize that they could set up the movie as the directors of the movie, and that he teased the clips of the coming movie that they could set up, from Lady Gaga swinging through the fucking Super Bowl with like fireworks out of her tits to this exact situation here. This is basically mocking us at the level of power they actually had. That your president could be part of the script, just like a fucking Super Bowl that the refs changed the outcome of. There wasn't one thing about our society that was real. All the way up to the president.
pretty nuts.
Hell, they could have done this one if they wanted.
It's nuts.
It's pretty insane to really think, like, holy shit, what did we just fucking see right here? Where's the other one? This is the funniest fucking meme of the whole thing, guys. That Elon is too weird for these guys? Bro, get out. I don't even want to fucking understand that any more than I do right now. You know? Like, holy shit, bro. Where is it? This is a wild thought too. Where's the other one? Am I blind? Where's the Nickelodeon? Oh yeah, this. What do y'all think of this one? I ain't leaving X out since he's obviously friends with them. You know, I never thought that X logo made sense. Like Twitter made sense. X, your fucking kid's named X, nigga. It wasn't that good the first time. But what the fuck with Nickelodeon, y'all? I grew up with my kid watching like SpongeBob and, you know, the shows that were on there at the time when he was young enough to watch it. I can't remember a lot of stuff, but Ben 10, I think. But back then, I never watched anything past like when he was like 7 there. But like, you know, in the early 2000s, like, you know, SpongeBob was hilarious. And it's like, damn, this just ruins a lot of fucking memories, you know? It's like, dude, come on.
Oh shit.
Might make you fucking rethink the whole show Rugrats.
Right?
Who knows? There's probably all kinds of subliminal shit in every goddamn thing we grew up watching now. I'm like amazed, but you know the fact that they changed these logos to these specific ones in like within months of each other in 2023, that is one of those coincidence things. Like, what was the pressing need for this to happen in 2023 from Nickelodeon and fucking Twitter to both do this?
Right. The timing is definitely nuts. Just within a couple months.
Good lord. It's like Sim said, right? They're always projecting. True words never been spoken. They are always projecting, bro. The amount of absolute shock and horror, gore, death, filth, and pornography that Elon allows on X was completely not allowed back when X was Twitter and a publicly traded company. He is right about that. That's an insanely good point, isn't it?
Right. Yeah.
Like, you know, Jack Dorsey talks about the fact that these black box algorithms are programming people. What is Elon programming people for? Like civil fucking war? It doesn't matter if you fucking like follow art or if you fucking watch stocks or if you're into gore. We're all getting the fucking same gang shooting videos and fucking Charlie Kirk's head being blown off and fucking no warning before a guy's like blood shoots out of his neck. Some of us are not prepared to see that shit. You know, he's got no filter on this thing. You say the wrong fucking word against the chosen people and all of a sudden you fucking compromise because you're saying stuff that's harmful to the community. It's like, dude, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that part's wild. It's like, wait, what? You know, should I see it down there? It's like, what? This is
just training people to fucking just be desensitized to other people's suffering and fucking like find joy in entertainment and mocking and ripping people down. He's out here with racist dog whistles ever since, you know, Israel called him home to kiss the ring for mentioning fucking kids blown up in Gaza. Completely turns into a complete piece of shit who fucking exposed Donald Trump for fucking being in the Epstein files and not having dinner with him, but somehow just dismisses the fact that he knew he was in there because his ass is in there. Like, who in Jinping? You know, when you think about who's not in the fucking Epstein files, motherfucking Maduro, Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un's not in the fucking files, bro. Xi Jinping's not in the files. Why are there fucking party balloons going up on my screen right now? The fuck was that? Did you see that?
Said something to make balloons go.
Okay. I hope it wasn't the Epstein files. Fucking Putin's not in there. Putin, Bing, Kim Jong-un, and where the last one was?
Maduro?
Maduro, Putin, Xi, and Kim, right? The four bad guys. Ayatollah Khomeini. Not that Ayatollah's a good person, but like fucking, you know, you've got a way to get everyone who's not in the Epstein file nations unified about the fact that the Western leadership was telling everyone what to do. You no longer have the literal moral authority to tell me what right and wrong is anymore.
Right.
You can't overlook that, you know what I'm saying? And that's like a permanent thing. How does Elon distance himself from this? You know, even Tesla, right? Tesla is his brand. And how many people you think sitting home right now, seeing this weirdo trying to get to fucking, you know, Rape Island, want to go out and buy a Tesla right now? I promise you, he's lost velocity with that. It's a brand damage you can never strip away. Everyone in the West, this is one of the stories that goes under the rug. The whole globe is studying this and coming to their own conclusions because everybody who's in these files can't be trusted as we're watching them fucking, you know, obstruct the release of the information, lie about it, say there's no files, it's a hoax. Everyone's lying in every direction. It's not sort of obvious. They're gaslighting the shit out of everybody. They've lost full fucking trust and suffered permanent brand damage. As far as I can tell, there is no way you could ever undo this level of scandal tied to this swath of people. Bitcoin's in the same umbrella. This is a unique thing for all of us who live through. It's just such a wide scope scandal. What are you gonna say, T?
No, I'm just saying that these days, right? It's like we've talked about it before. Just the amount of information we all receive on a daily basis. You know, we have information now faster than ever, and we're getting bombarded with it nonstop all day. So we actually have never seen anything like this, and especially with the rate of information flows.
Yeah, it's not like 9/11 the way 9/11 conspiracies went about. This isn't a conspiracy. We've got hard evidence from the DOJ and fucking emails between these parties. This isn't up for speculation. Gates tried to lie about it. His wife came right out and fucking threw him right under the fucking bus for it. You saw fucking Epstein-related companies fucking take a fucking Epstein-related companies. So there's not really Epstein-related companies, but they are, right? Like, think about it. Put NVIDIA versus Microsoft, Bill Gates.
Hey.
Right? I don't know, but that's a bull market. Remember we did anti-social versus social? We're going to do Epstein versus non-Epstein. So basically every company Epstein touched has AIDS and fucking, you know, whatever STDs he was coming with. And then fucking the non-AIDS companies, like, there might be a bull market in Epstein-tainted fucking, you know, mega caps versus non-Epstein-tainted mega caps. But that definitely, the gas pedal in crypto and the gas pedal in here is 100% the Epstein fucking files you're watching. That added extra flavor? Extra flavor. Sorry. All right, my bad. But yeah, you know, it can be overlooked. So I think there's definitely something, you know, a lot more to develop from this. If people aren't done talking about it, it's going to keep on going. And you get some people out there like, oh, post charts over politics. Listen, you stupid pea-brain piece of shit that grows fucking plants in a fucking hillside. If you don't know human behavior, just shut the fuck up. You know who that is, right? That's a Cali OG cocksucker, right? If you don't think the human beings that are buying Bitcoin and fucking trading gold happen to be paying attention to Epstein and the entire climate and situational awareness that's changing about the world in the West, then stick to growing fucking plants and shut the fuck up. He knows who that is. The reason we can time this shit is because we pay attention to what people are touching everywhere. They're not different later. Your mood, your feelings, how you, everything, thought precedes action. Everything you're consuming is going into fucking what's happening in the marketplace. Is going what's happening to these stocks that are being tainted with fucking Epstein exposure. All right, we had this guy here also. Cover a lot on this show, right? This is fucking. Oh, that's Solana. Sick call. How ridiculous is this? The wave since the fucking last time on air. Everything you needed to know, motherfuckers. That's ridiculous. Elon, right? That gas pedal came out of the weekend too. Everybody that fucking touched that thing caught like extra gas. And the reality is, Elon caught that kind of parabolic gas like crypto caught that kind of parabolic gas. If that's a one and done, so be it. But if that's the first reaction to fucking what's still got fucking millions of more documents to come out and more discovery and more examination, cross-examination by the general public, this man's brand is not out of the crosshairs, you know? cannot be unsaid. His brand and his business and personal are literally fucking getting eviscerated. Huh?
You're not sharing the screen.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's why you can see it. No, this guy, right? This is the Elon fucking trade tied to fucking sentiment damage that we think was, it got extra juice on it because of the fact he got put into the Epstein files. Did I not have that fucking chart of fucking the Nvidia versus non? Did I not have that on the screen? Ah, it's my fault. So what I was saying by that was, yeah, this is Microsoft, right? Tainted by fucking Epstein. Put something like fucking Nvidia that's not tainted by Epstein, and this is what I was just talking about a minute ago. This juice you're seeing on it is the fact that Bill Gates is getting tainted with Epstein. They're having problems in their earnings field alone, but the absolute parabolic dumpage that you saw in Microsoft, you see in fucking Tesla, and you see in fucking Bitcoin, there very well may be a fucking STD versus non-STD basket situation here, Epstein versus non-Epstein fucking tainted stocks, worth looking at as a cross market, the way we looked at antisocial versus social in COVID. So I think this is interesting to look at here to see what a bull fucking market this is. This tells you that Microsoft's not the catch. Obviously, there's things going on in software. We know that, right? IGB is literally doing the worst it's done. I watched this oscillation right here. That's pretty much the range to watch. These are the two B's of it, right? So if there is a software play in here, could be possible. Look at this guy too, the 2B of this system. If software itself was going to survive what's going on, you're going to want him outside this box range. That's the only place it's safe. He managed to finally stabilize anywhere where this shit is and create anything under here in the shape of that size of the box size put there and break that. He's going to this level right there. He's going right to this shit. So software is not in trouble. I mean, nothing looks stable right now. It's parabolic like this. Oftentimes, this kind of speed, you at least need some kind of structure that kind of consolidates before you can go any lower when you come down at this kind of speed. So you need to kind of flag out and then get a drop. He's parabolic as fuck, so you should do some kind of discovery in this area before you figure out what he's going to do and resolve. But software is actually probably worth watching right now, especially with Microsoft getting fucking absolutely cannon blasted into that parabolic you see right there. There's definitely other guys that are probably better breed to watch and pay attention to, but Microsoft could come back with a snapback too, because at the end of the day, I think it's brand damage on Bill Gates, but I don't think fucking, Microsoft has much to do with him in this point in time. But for right now, people are pissed.
Right. It's still the name association is there for people too, though.
Right. This is Adobe.
Even if he's not.
Right. He is Microsoft. He is the operating system, and the operating system of the bulk of PCs in the world came from fucking a guy who fucking is, Epstein's best buddy. This is Adobe. They got their own fucking problems right now. With the subscription model and fucking there being alternatives to them. They're also in a crazy place, and this is that same IGB chart. Some of these is definitely an inflection point in software worth paying attention to since we crossed over that bridge. Anyways, moving on. Probably talk about some sports things now. This is called Sportsbook after all. I mean, for Christ's sake, right? We gotta talk about fucking sports.
We got the Super Bowl,
Super Bowl is coming, 100%. This is
a see all the wonderful ads that people are going to pay tens of millions of dollars to have aired. It's funny hearing the Europeans though after watching American football, like watching the game with me. Like I can't watch this; there's too many commercials.
Dude, I guess now you know he's gonna make any money because you don't sell people shit. We sell people shit. This is American Jack. We make commercials.
It's way too many. It's rough now, though, especially once the playoffs hit. It's like 2 minutes a game and 10 minutes of commercials.
So this is the Winternomics Sportsbook, and this was actually a realization that there was a bull market here that people didn't perceive for what it was, and to be able to play it with the very logics that we use in any other asset class, because all we trade in price are waves of probable futures. And the path that we squiggle that happens from time to time is the ultimate path that least people valued was likely to happen. We're not doing something different when we trade sports. We're trading fucking a wave of probable futures, and the one that happens usually most people get fucked trying to find which one it's going to be. So some of the methods we use to teach you guys best of breed playing strength. We showed you is directly applicable to fucking sports, right? From when we dropped the NCAA, your front runner was Indiana. The winner of the fucking championship, Indiana. Your number 2 facing fucking Miami. You had the fucking 2 guys heading to the national championship right in your face from the minute we opened the Sportsbook channel. How crazy is that?
We still have the Adobe chart up.
God damn it. Any second now. Son of a bitch. This one. My bad. So yeah, we dropped the basket here. Here is really everyone you cared about for the fucking end of the run, right? Georgia, Miami, and Indiana were the end of the whole thing. So you could play strength, right? So you work out who comes down to match each other up. You just like anything else. You play NVIDIA, he's a strength in semiconductors. You play fucking, Walmart, he's a strength in retail. You play strength, and it makes your life a lot easier because playing a bull market makes dumb people look like they're smart money, right? That's the whole reason, right? Everyone's a genius in a bull market, so why not put yourself in a bull market? Well, the first thing you need to know is who's relatively the strength within the fucking, the playing field of what I'm looking at. And whether it's in the NBA or fucking in tech stocks or in crypto, this logic is universal. So if any of you out there are interested in sports that are new to this, make sure you join our Discord. We don't have a free community anymore because too many fucking scammers come in and just drop bullshit links and nonsense. Everybody here that we have a lot of long timers here, so everything you need to know is on the show or on X. Ask us questions. If you come into Discord, it's for people that actually make a living speculating. It's not like a bullshit room for you to come and just do nothing. We have a lot of you can ask some questions, figure it out. Most of this shit's invisible. If you guys decide you want to fucking jump in here, we have intel for everything. This is precise as everything that you're seeing. From crypto to sports, it doesn't matter. We put that in the entire basket of who gave a shit about NCAA football, and then we call that bitch down to the end of the day, right? So we put out the same precision in every asset class, and this is where the bull market is. This is where the shit coins are right now, until further notice, So I think it's worth paying attention to. But people in here having 4 out of 5 nights, 5 out of 5 nights, able to fucking just print all fucking night. No rug potential equals fucking a peace of mind I can't tell you in going from shitcoins to this. And I think a lot of people are experiencing that right now worldwide, and I think they have further motivation to find their way to other fucking greener pastures with the fucking climate that we're now entering with the Epstein files tainting all of crypto. Right? Bull flag's a bull flag's a bull flag, right?
That's it. That's really it. It doesn't need to be any more complicated. What's that?
So it's stunning what you can do with this, right? It's the same price action, same logic, you guys all know. So seeing some stunning stuff from people in the room. Some guys are taking to it like a fish to water. See, look at these motherfuckers. This nigga's in New Zealand. He doesn't even know what a Milwaukee is. I kid you not. His nigga wakes up in tomorrow. He's looking at a whole nother fucking planet over there. But right, these motherfuckers print all day. Boston. Ooh, I missed the Boston game my fucking self. I knew that one. Damn it. Boston is a strength. Boston is one of our fucking guys in the basket. That's one of our strong guys right now. So it's been fucking a feeding frenzy all season with those guys. And that's the thing, right? You can play across weeks, and there's all kinds of money to be made doing that. This was coming down the Indiana game towards the end, right? Where Miami or from the original basket, you literally could have bought the fucking top 3 in there in the beginning of the fucking month and literally hammered out the whole season, kept them across the whole thing, right? This is where I dropped the basket in this pump. And you can play the trend across time from one game to the next. Think of each game as an intraday trade, and then you have the entire performance of the team relative to the basket of what they're competing with across the season. And you can very much turn this into exactly what you do with stocks, right? I think most people find it hard to call games, individual games because they lose context of the price and the overall macro trend of the team. Once you see it like this, yeah, you can fucking blast Boston over and over and over because Boston's fucking basket strong. I'm pretty sure I have a Boston one in here somewhere. What do I have in here? Thought I had Boston in here somewhere. We knew we talked about it in the room. Did I put basketball somewhere? I thought I had basketball.
I think so.
NBA. Oh, no, this one just has this where it started. I had an update to the basket though. We talked about Boston. Oh yeah, it's down in the middle. I saw it. It's not as good looking. It is this one, right here. That's where I put it, because it's color change. Right, this is where we detected Boston was a good idea. Boston began to rotate strength. This is like we see Microsoft come out of the bottom of software, right? And you're like, oh wow, he's really running while nobody's doing shit. Boston caught fire in January, and they're still fucking hot now. So a whole different way to look at sports, looking at it more the way we do, in any other fucking market full of humans and behavior. We look at it over time and make sure we give proper context to the fucking situations we're dealing with. This is a whole new way to look at sports. I don't think anybody on the planet has ever analyzed sports like this and with this kind of precision. We're in here forecasting the structure of games in first and second half waves of probability. I don't even give a fuck who's on these teams. It doesn't matter. Same logic you learned from White Knight, same fucking difference, right? Pretty astonishing. It is a product that no one's ever seen. And this was Boston. I've been smashing this all season. And you see right now, this is fucking, what's the date on this? This is January 5th, and we're in February, and fucking Seeker's still over there fucking, they're still over there fucking pounding fucking Boston's little booty hole, right? They're in that little booty hole that Boston's in Little St. James. That's probably a terrible joke, but we're going to run with it for right now. Nobody's touching that. But yeah, so this is the power of really objective analysis that is structurally true to what fucking probable waves are built on. I can take the same concept and move it to stocks, to crypto, to sports. It doesn't change anything about its precision.
That's it. And this is quick, so for the short attention span stuff, this is perfect.
Pretty sick shit, I think.
Yeah.
Produces shit like this. Oh, this is actually everyone playing the short. This is not the fucking sports stuff. I got a sports card with you guys on here recently. Is everybody beast moding the fucking the wave down? I think that's pretty awesome. Superior intel on the shorts. And then what have you guys that's Sportsbook of you guys. Let's see. I want you guys to look at some of these pictures. If you have never studied some of these before, there's a lot more than just everyone one on the fucking chart that people look at. Where's the last collage of you guys? Another big one. I've been fucking with people. This meme is hilarious. This one. Collage of guys winning, fucking trading fucking stocks, shorting all of these guys. No different. Look at the logic of this, right? Look at the amount of games he's hitting in a day. Playing rotations and waves. Most of these guys in the room don't even know what these sports are. We got people, Snows over in fucking England, never seen a football, didn't know the difference between rugby. Doesn't matter. None of that means anything. You might think, oh, well, I'm in sports. I know these guys on this team and this coordinator. Who gives a fuck? Maybe I know the guys in Apple and the board and all the shit you don't know about either. You think that means shit? All these ants running around fucking take a shape that most people fucking misprice as it unfolds over time. And that's always true. That's all you're really graphing, right? The waves of probable futures built, from the co-conspiracy of all of us as a collective observers that collapse the waves of probable futures into the fucking ultimate path that fucking ultimately unfolds as a reality that most of the people who were the witnesses to this unfolding are going to misprice in real time, every second of the unfolding. That is what you're doing in markets, right? You're figuring out the fucking the jinx in the system that the bulk of the people are going to be fucked by. It is kind of crazy that everyone is going to be a co-conspirator in fucking this reality unfolding, but they're also going to get it mostly wrong. That is the one guarantee about markets and speculating against the crowd that makes what we do make sense. That's a whole mouthful. Hope you got that. But yeah, cool shit, right?
Clip that.
Click that, do stuff, whatever the fuck, I don't know. Call your mother, ask her questions. Dope shit, right? So I'd love to see the guys executing some of this logic here. Look at these guys. Support and resistance, fucking lessons from fucking White Knight, fucking how to fucking play projections. How cool is this? To translate what we do in every other asset class right over to sports, regardless of, Tony doesn't know what a fucking football is in America. He's never seen one of those. Rami, I don't know if he plays sports where he's from, but I know his mother does. No, I'm kidding. Wild card. This is actually the little brother, the guy who taught me how to read fucking order books like a quarter of a century ago. That is really awful to say out loud, but yeah. Anyways, he's trading sports. That's pretty cool. Neat shit, right? Changing the game everywhere we go, bitches. How soon before the crypto fucking zealots finally give up and fucking walk over here? When they do, we go back and buy shitcoins. It's usually how it works, you know, they're kind of retarded. But yeah, this is Sportsbook, you know, so this is what we think is happening. You know, there's a lot of cross currents that's fucking taking capital from the system. But I think one of the ones you can't fucking ignore is this. Like, okay, every one of these plays here, and like again, like look at this. How many of you go and have 3 for 3 in a day? Who the fuck wants to fucking look at one? No rugs possible. And you can have perfect trading sessions? I mean, you can cherry pick 3 for 3 out of meme scope and hit those fucking shitcoins right. This is fucking, this, who the fuck would look at this and look at the risk profile of what's over here and be like, yeah, let me try to knife through all the random fucking anonymous devs and hope I don't get screwed and we break 100K. It doesn't make any sense. Boston, Miami, Memphis, Orlando, Charlotte, LA, there's probably $400 million of liquidity that came down each of these games 2.5 hours. That's more liquidity than the best fucking shitcoins you could dream of across fucking weeks coming down that fast. $200 million in 2 hours? You know how many shitcoins do that? And no rug risk? So you can fucking have confidence and conviction to plow it? So go ahead.
And then several times a day.
Right. So when you change certain things about it, the fact that I won't hit a rug, they don't exist, that's out of the equation. When you take some of those things away that that increase your risk in shitcoins, you reach things like this. You can be 3 for 3. And there's 3 and 4x trades available in here, sometimes 10x. Can you fucking hit those with the same high degree of probability? Probably not. But the fact is, look at these guys. I don't know how many hits for the day, but a lot of guys post it. What their hit rates for the day are. I cut some of them off, I guess. But a lot of these guys are 2 for 2, 2 for 3, 3 for 4, 3 for 3 right here. Look, there's 2 different people in the same day that are perfect. Bro, you can't ignore that. 3 for 3 and 3 for 3. 9.2 Rs and perfect for the day. Who really is going to trade shitcoins when this is out there and there are armies of people sitting in bars doing shit like this? Maybe not the numbers our guys are doing. But the appeal to come back and thumb through the fucking maze of shitcoins or see if you can be fast enough to realize the president talked about a penguin and which one of the penguin coins is gonna fucking pump because asshole fucking posted a stupid meme and I wasn't around at fucking like 1 in the morning. It's so many fucking layers of risk. So I think this, as you know, as goofy as it seems, this is the right in your face death of fucking shitcoins. This is where the shitcoin traders went. This is why there's no telegrams. This is why there's no velocity. And I don't think it's going to come back unless they fucking put a clamp on this and make it impossible for everybody to get to do this as easy as it's been. I mean, Kalshi is crazy. Kalshi, like, didn't even fucking verify my goddamn email. As soon as I gave it a password, I could bet in a second and gave me $10. Here, nigga, go fucking get wrecked. It's the fastest fucking sign up to getting fucked in the ass I've ever seen in my entire life. Not even a fucking courtesy or reach around, you know? Just fucking get in there and get mix it up, champ. Mix it up. But let's face it, right? There's big money on these things, right? Look at this game. 178 million is in this fucking basket. I've got fucking Seahawks from the grave. I'm terrified with that fucking map, but I have them from down to 13. It's an insane market. What the fuck? It can't be rugged and there's a fucking $500 million in there? No perps? Who in their right mind wants to sit there? Oh, look at meme scope. Here comes the fucking the 4th duck coin of the day. Like, go fuck yourself. It's crazy.
This one's the one.
This is the duck coin that's gonna go because Donald's gonna talk. Donald's name is basically Donald Duck, so I can see how it could easily fucking pump if he fucking says anything about ducks. No, nigga. No, just stop it. Get some help. Like that Jordan meme, get some help. It doesn't make sense. This is where the real money is. And you can't, this is spot. There's no perps in here. When you look at fucking Bitcoin, you say, hey, there's been $100 million liquidation, $300 million liquidation. Those are perpetual contracts levering of fucking capital from fucking like 10 to fucking 100, 200x. This is $178 million cash. One basket. Let's see what's playing here today. Basketball. Let's see. Do we have they have fucking, wow, look how many more leagues. Russian basketball. I gotta see that. So guys, don't go fucking gambling on China and all the rest of that. Those are 100% just for gambling. Fucking rigged as fucking hell and thin as shit. Stay where the strength and liquidity is. There might be all kinds of dumb shit you could bet on the planet. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't want to fucking have your fucking like your money ripped out of your pocket, the liquidity is in pro basketball and in college. Everything else becomes far more, a little bit more risky as you go down. You know, Chinese basketball maybe has some interesting stuff in it. Japan is hilarious, but there's like 4 niggas betting on that. You know,
even the college basketball matters. There's some that just don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, not every college game. If they're fucking Central, Eastern, Western, left, fucking Pennsylvania, fucking state school, don't touch that thing. Eastern, Southern, fucking Northern, fucking Central, butt fuck Egypt, whatever the fuck. If it ain't a state school, stay the fuck away. Did all the games finish for the night? What time is it? Oh, it's 12:44. I want to see how much money was in some of the games that went off, so I can't see them. But Brooklyn. But yeah, if you guys want to learn more about this stuff, jump into Discord. Ask questions in the lobby. Don't sign up for things you don't understand. I do run like a business on integrity, but I also fucking want you to fucking not come and piss your money away for something you can't use. Everything you need to learn to get yourself rolling and everything is actually public. By the time you fucking need to go there, you should know what you're fucking doing. So you shouldn't come there because, hey, I'm FOMO in this, can I fucking make money? No, don't do that shit. Watch the show, study the shit on here, go to YouTube, watch the shit over there. Starter pack right there, right. Go here. A lot of people are like, what do I need to do? The shows that we put on to pump.fun, we made insanely easier to kind of figure out how to do projections and levels and things like that. You have to watch a lot of material to kind of get pieces of what we do. These shows are voted on by people in the community as like the ones that help you gain the most concepts quickest out of like the 600 shows we've done. If you watch these 2 shows twice, no distractions, no doom scrolling, no being a dumbass with your phone in your hand doing 50 million things like most of you do today. Actually pay the fuck attention like you used to before you had a goddamn cell phone. You will know fucking fantastically more information if you watch these 2 shows if you do what I just said right there. And actually watch it and try some of the shit in your charts. Watch all the rest. You'll be proficient enough to come over here, watch the first 4 that are on this this network. And you should actually be able to put a lot of ideas into practice and start to change your trading fucking proficiency instantly from doing that. It just takes time and dedication. There's no cost to it. It's all public. It's been that way for years and years and years. The show's been here for 5 years, 4 years, and shit like that. So do this and know what you're doing first. Try things that you see in these shows on the chart. Don't watch fucking 8 hours of fucking something and do no fucking version of trying it out. It will not stick. If you go through this shit, you will be better than fucking most people in CT are fucking overnight. And then ask us questions. Ask shit on Twitter. Ask shit on fucking Discord if you come into the lobby before you decide you want to do anything else with it.
That's the key thing. I was like, actually watch one and like try to implement it.
Actually ask stuff. You don't learn anything by not asking questions.
Word up.
All right, but shit, I think we covered a lot. What's the runtime? It's 2 hours and 17 minutes. That's the feature-length movie.
Yeah, it is.
But I think you guys had a lot to learn in this one. I covered as much as I could efficiently. Tiki, thank you so much for showing up on short notice. Not sure what happened.
No problem.
KJ was supposed to come do a show. Last night I had like crazy situation trying to get to a location to stream. Lost my card in a bar. Then the fucking hotel to stream from was actually sold out with the high speed on it. And then today, wasn't able to catch up with him. He was around last night, so I missed him last night, and he wasn't around today. So we'll catch up and do a show. We want to do a follow-up more into what we spoke about on the Dow 100, VIX Mageddon. Those timings, we'll follow up more on that, more closely in that specific show. But here we also want to talk about Sportsbook, talk about the fundamentals of what we think is sucking the life out of the shitcoin market. While everyone is turbo fixated on Epstein, the crypto market has had a giant sucking sound under it for quite some time. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the Epstein wallets, the Satoshi wallets bailed knowing something in July. And that combined with the fact that there was a vacuum coming underneath the market as regulations opened up the prediction markets to basically appear from here to fucking New Zealand, those coming together really took the velocity of capital out of the fucking system required for the Ponzi-nomics to actually keep working. So this is kind of important for us to like look at like where is the money? 170 million bucks in a fucking basket for the Super Bowl before the Super Bowl hits, and probably 1.7 billion or so will come down on the Seahawks and the Patriots in that game. Dude, that's astronomical amounts of free capital that's coming out of the pockets of everybody who could have been a shitcoin fucking trader and been the extra liquidity for everyone who went to pump a coin. So I think we can't ignore that, because everyone likes to ignore the fucking elephant in the room until it's too late. But you know, they're ready fucking Vegas companies moving to regulate and close prediction markets down because they're crippling fucking Vegas in various states. So the bull market is happening before most people have even looked. And by the time everyone looks, it's going to be a clamp down system, and it's going to be more difficult to find fucking, access to make money in those markets. But right now, while it's peer-to-peer and you're going against people, this is shitcoin 2014 with 10 times the fucking money. You definitely want to take the opportunity and seize it while it's there before, it gets fully controlled in terms of something that's kind of nightmare fuel like crypto is, where it never moves and you get liquidated in fucking, these ridiculous perps that expose you to crazy risks. Believe me, they will come to stop anything that allows a regular person to make money. So get it while the getting's good,
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. That part's a memo right there. It is coming. It's just a matter of when. You saw one of these predictive things already got kicked out of Vegas or out of Nevada for operating without a gaming license.
Right. They're going to try to kick them out of everywhere right now.
It's coming.
Hard Rock Casino is I forget which tribe owns it, but it's a Native American tribe business, and they make tax-free revenues. Every single member of the family that is tied to the fucking Hard Rock Casino is a millionaire. Every member of the tribe that the casino is from, not just the people who own it, every single member of the tribe tied to the Hard Rock Casino is a millionaire. And they are actively trying to get fucking cow sheep out of the fucking state. It's completely crippled them. Between people going physically to the casino and people fucking just betting sports from home now, like, it's a fantastic loss of business. So these guys have had like certain political connections. Don't get me wrong, the prediction markets got in because there's obviously political connections for whoever got those things into the United States to bring them through CFTC regulations and bring them around the sports books to fucking compete directly with them. They look like they came through a different set of the same kind of fucking connections that the sports books had, and it came through like in mass. So there's definitely a legal fight going on underneath it, but for right now, while the market's not so efficient, charts are still developing, there's fantastic opportunity there. When it gets efficient, it's usually too late. So, crypto's the same way. When everybody and their mom, BlackRock, got there, it became harder and harder to make money. You want the spot market, just like you saw with Castnomics coin and WinTV coin. You make money easiest when it's fucking cash to cash between people, not when it's an organized book where we're being met in the middle and a book gets to go against each one of us. That's what Vegas is. We all make a fucking line and make our position against the market maker. And that's what they want the market to be, because it lets you victimize the greatest amount of people. When the market is us versus each other, that is your greatest chance to make money. And that's what sportsbooks still are right now. So, anyways, meme trading sports. I guess that's what the thing is, right?
Yeah, man.
What do you guys think? You learn a lot from this show? You get a lot out of this show? There's a lot we covered. Yes, no, maybe so.
There was a ton covered. This is one that people have to watch a couple times.
Yeah, there's a lot to cover. There's so much going on in the world. We want to talk about sports well. We don't want to drown it with the Epstein thing. I think we're all getting drowned with that as it is right now. So I want us to touch on it for what it's worth. Keep the show safe enough to stay on the air and not get fucking screwed by fucking saying the wrong words that are still on the antiseptic list. You know how that goes.
Yep.
It's always a risk, It's always a risk, guys. So, free speech, that was always a lie, right?
As long as you say what I want you to say.
Free speech as long as you agree with me. We get sold into a bunch on this show. Oh, we got sold into by a few people. The thing. Yeah. We'll keep chomping away until we get rid of all those weak hands, but we're not going anywhere. Like I said, we've been off a little bit because we had some familiar stuff to deal with. Still working behind the scenes to try and get Casanovics coin back together. Hopefully, we'll get some news for you guys on that, like in the next few weeks. And like I said, this station's more than a shitcoin pump. It is value-added, market TV. You guys have managed to navigate the fucking another crypto crash as you follow along in Discord and here. That just fucking liquidated half the fucking planet, And if you're still alive and you're up money since this fucking liquidation event, you should fucking pat yourselves on the back. You're in a very, very small fucking circle of people who can say that shit. So, appreciate everybody coming out. Tiki, I appreciate you on short notice as always.
No problem. No problem. I enjoy doing these.
Yeah, fun. We learned some shit in it too, So hope you guys all learned a lot on the show. If you're in Discord, activity goes with fucking profitability. You don't want to be sitting on your ass in a fucking marketplace like this. The amount of information flows are just increasing. The volatility coming from it is fucking crazy. Market developments are happening so fast. If somebody was checked out for 2 weeks right now and they had longer term positions that weren't protected right, they're fucking broke. It can happen really fast, The thing, the difference between fucking success and failure can be a fine line, and it can be fucking a moment of attention. It can be 1 day of your attention. It can be 1 hour of your attention to the right moment. It can, it can make or break your fucking year. If you're interested in doing this as a professional speculator, you have to fucking operate at a higher level of observation and cognitive process than the animals that you're speculating against. You can't fucking correlate with the sheep and then be smarter than them also at the same time. So, food for thought, I guess. What was that noise?
That's what I know.
Oh, 20% on my fucking iPhone camera. The camera's running out of juice. I was like, yeah, that's an unusual fucking alert. Boy, if you guys saw the fucking jerry rig I have to make this fucking studio work today, I got a fucking ironing board to the left of me and shit. My fucking computer's on a microwave right now, but the studio looks good. I got to say, the studio looks good, I think I can show it to you. Let me see. I think I have it somewhere.
No.
No, show it to him. Don't show it. Will it ruin the whole thing?
No.
Tiki's saying that I can't show you guys the work of art that we. I don't give a fuck. This is a grassroots show. We take it from the streets, boy. This is street TA. Tiki, it's beautiful. Are you kidding right now? You guys, it's just, you guys don't even understand. I can't believe you won't let me show off the fucking. Do you know what kind of civil engineering we did to achieve this show here today? You have no idea. Mine was easier. This was rough. All right. Tiki's made an executive decision. You guys cannot see the behind the scenes work because it will ruin. Damn it. Is that my fucking leg in pajamas in that picture? Okay, so I'm not showing you what's going on in here. But it took an effort. No, Tiki's made an executive decision. First impressions are the thing. I'm down to the 300th or 400th impression. I failed them all. But why add fucking salt to an open wound? Anyway, niggas, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And for your bitch ass, I'll be coming back to Chicago, nigga. Just make sure I don't get shot by all them crazy ass kids that be shooting up the fucking supposedly safe area of Chicago. Him and his cousin told me how fucking oh yeah, that stuff you see is just in the south side of Chicago. No, it's not, motherfucker. That whole city's goddamn dangerous.
All of it.
A frozen popsicle right now. Maybe they could stop shooting each other for a fucking week. we legit MacGyvered the fucking studio. You have no idea, nigga. For real. We're two old ass men in fucking the future. We don't know what's going on, but we make it work. I have fun though. So we'll be back more regular guys this year. It's been a little bit to get through the winter season and stuff, but what we didn't put out here on the show is if you were in Discord, you guys had all the intel to keep you ahead of it, all the squiggles to keep you out of fucking danger and know what was coming. So, stay frosty, niggas. Winter's not over yet. I had to say it. I'm gonna use put that, niggas. It's the winter season. I actually don't want to wear a hoodie today. I was actually gonna go for a summer look because I am in fucking Florida, but season's greetings, bitches. Alright, niggas.
Catch y'all later.
Till next time, stay frosty, bitches. I think we got outro music right now. Microphone's still on. What's some music? Yeah. That's 2 hours and 30 minute show. How the fuck do I get to it?
Came from shadows, ledger in my hand. Blockchain profit, they don't understand. Numbers like hieroglyphs, I wrote the scroll. They try to burn it, but I'm on my soul. Winternomics, frostbitten and cold. Every coin flip, story unfolds. Through my games, try to lock my name, but I coded the keys to the Hall of Fame. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Attack from all sides, wolves in the mist. Turn to a dragon, scales glitting with risk. Algorithm assassin, trades cut deep. Why they slept on me, I never did sleep. They took my stash, tried to hack my mind, but the block stayed solid, can't rewind time. Made it happen, from ashes to gold. Phoenix on the legend, story retold. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game.
Okay. Yo, I gotta put down here that damn Korean juice control the whole world. He put that 13 hours ago, I guess, yeah, because you're anticipating the show. Damn. Well, shit.
Mike says a lot, by the way.
I know. We're just jacking it up. So, I think once I hear back from him, I know something must have happened.
Came from the shadows, ledger in my hand. Blockchain profit, they don't understand. Numbers like hieroglyphs, I wrote the scroll. They try to burn it, but I'm on my soul. Winternomics, frostbitten and cold. Every coin flip, story unfolds. Through my games, try to lock my name, but I coded the keys to the Hall of Fame. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Attack from all sides, wolves in the mist. Turn to a dragon, scales glitting with risk. Algorithm assassin, trades cut deep. Why they slept on me, I never did sleep. They took my stash, tried to hack my mind, but the block stayed solid, can't rewind time. Made it happen, from ashes to gold. Phoenix on the ledger, story retold. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Came from the shadows, ledger in my hand. Blockchain profit, they don't understand. Numbers like hieroglyphs, I wrote the scroll. They try to burn it, but I'm on my soul. Winternomics, frostbitten and cold. Every coin flip, story unfolds. Through my games, try to lock my name, but I coded the keys to the Hall of Fame. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Attack from all sides, wolves in the mist. Turn to a dragon, scales glitting with risk. Algorithm assassin, trades cut deep. Why they slept on me, I never did sleep. They took my stash, tried to hack my mind, but the block stayed solid, can't rewind time. Made it happen, from ashes to gold. Phoenix on the ledger, story retold. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. ledger in my hand. Blockchain profit, they don't understand. Numbers like hieroglyphs, I wrote the scroll. They try to burn it, but I mind my soul. Winternomics, frostbitten and cold. Every coin flip, the story unfolds. Through my game, try to lock my name, but I coded the keys to the Hall of Fame. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Attack from all sides, wolves in the mist. Turn to a dragon, scales glinting with risk. Algorithm assassin, trades cut deep. Why they slept on me, I never did sleep. They took my stash, tried to hack my mind, but the block stayed solid, can't rewind time. Made it happen, from ashes to gold. Phoenix on the ledger, story retold. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Came from the shadows, ledger in my hand. Blockchain profit, they don't understand. Numbers like hieroglyphs, I wrote the scroll. They try to burn it, but I mind my soul. Winternomics, frostbitten and cold. Every coin flip, the story unfolds. Through my game, try to lock my name, but I coded the keys to the Hall of Fame. Cosmonomics, can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Legacy carved in the data space.
You guys know Easter eggs, right? Yo, where's that music still coming out of in the show? Is it coming out of the show for you? Yo, where's that? Hey, so you guys know how Easter eggs work and shit. We about to go over some fucking crypto charts with you guys. So half these niggas left. Whoopsie, guess I'll see you fuck niggas tomorrow. You guys know we do this shit from time to time, motherfuckers. See, our old fan base knows. Bunch of fucking haters. So anyways, let's look at some crypto things, shall we? Yoinks, and away we go. So just to go over some stuff from where the situation was, you know, you guys have sheets for this stuff in the channels, obviously. This climax low was pretty fucking serious. You see where he got down to down here? This is the kilo we talked about. Fucking, he blasted it. But structurally, like, you know,
I still got intro.
You still got intro, right? I thought I heard that music too. But it's not in the show
I still
anymore.
got intro rolling.
No, I think you have a delay. I think you might be delayed back of me. I'm back to now. Where
It
it's
might
like,
be getting bad again, like that.
delayed
Like
back to me.
longer and longer.
well, I have the stream on my fucking thing. I'm up to date on me. I'm only behind by like.
Oh, okay.
It's not real time though. I'm behind by a few seconds. Let's go behind by 5 seconds. So you're delayed more.
It's probably me.
Okay. So anyways, just kind of look at some things where we were, guys. You know, kind of watching this guy in like a two-day resi. So look at ETH right now. This is ETH going back to 2021. This is a very key fucking impact point that we did hit, right? We slammed into the POC that goes all the way back to fucking like the 2021. This was a fucking level we watched back in those times. So it's at least a different place for like, you know, the bounce to have happened. And now we just kind of see what he does structurally on top of it. You know, if he's going to go through it, we're going to look at something like this. This is kind of what you saw. High impact move, recoil, and then kind of bled down until he could fucking shatter the fucking level until he retests under it, right? So we're looking at this now. High impact move, slammed into it, and recoil. Watching ETH with this. We go back, we could look at this time period back here. Let's go down to like something like 8 hours, something like that. Let's go back to that area. And this is the same kind of thing, right? It's the same POC, slammed into it, and this is what you fall. If it's strong enough, but like it's too strong, it seems like some stuff was up 10, 13% today. There's definitely a chance it can be a dead cat. Like it's too strong and broad based to be like a real move. It's likely a reaction from the fucking mass liquidations and a vacuum created on that side of the market in this fucking impact. So if we rise up and we stall out again and begin to roll, pay attention to that. That'll be something like what you're seeing here actually happening off of that same POC. So I don't think we're out of danger yet because one, everybody and their mom wants us to be out of danger. And the reality is, right, for crypto to really come back broad basically, for everything to rise outside of Bitcoin, you're going to need fucking velocity from retail that's really not still there in my mind. So looking at these high impact bounces, like we want to watch that we don't get like a flag. And see, just watch where this level is. I'll put in something so we don't lose it. Let's make him something we can see. Just worldwide. And this is delete this thing. So let's get that out. This is volume level goes, right? Let's look at the way it behaves over here. Sorry, 2021, right? So all the impacts on it, right? Whatever the trajectory is, you should keep track of it, what he's doing, right? In case he rolls over off of that level. Super steep, even still, right? Worth paying attention to. So when you come back over here, right, we have that situation happening now off of this impact. And in order to fucking make sure that we're not like, you know, we're in more than a dead cat, we want to track this. Because the worst case is, right, makes a high there, that he really is just still a structural, you know, bear flag on the way down, much like this guy. So if he doesn't fucking manage to keep on doing something that sustains a little better and turn around, something like this, right, when you bounce from an area, you're going to want to see something a little bit more than the initial bounce to say, hey, this guy's doing anything. He created a high, and he also made a fucking system. He went through, you 2B'd it, and then he went through and he made a structurally free and clear here and was able to rotate out of this trench. This is probably something more along the lines of what you want to see coming out of here than rushing to fucking think you're going to miss out on the very bottoms of it, is what most people are feeling like. Dead cats will suck people in emotionally, so you want to watch that. Right now, this is the first reactionary bounce. We don't want to fucking forget about USDT.D, which was our basket to warn of the whole D-risk, right? This guy right now blew out the fuck around and find out level. This was a level we told everyone to watch out for, that you had the sheet for. If you got up here, it could be Armageddon. Ta-da, Armageddon, right? So now we're up here. Are we flagging a bull flag free and clear of that system still to do anything else? Or are we just fading out of here now and that was fucking it? Right, everyone hopes that was it, but it's definitely fucking worth paying attention to. So up here, this is a Trolex shockwave location that we have, but go back and, oh, what am I, 12 hours? Got a chance of this. Always fucks it. So this level 895 was like the highest level we had, the swing level right here, and this is the next level you care about. If we structure on top of that, crypto's pretty much fucking Epstein. Yes, I said it. So that recoil right now, this is a range we talked about. These trigger levels matter. A non-beta was a good trigger level up here. That was a wick through, and didn't sustain. We punched down underneath it now. So we want to see if you can stay underneath it. We have the ability to fall from a non-beta back to the fuck around and find out. That would be a monstrous crypto rally if that happens. So right now, the level that you care about, the fuck around and find out, is its own trigger. And then a non-beta is another trigger. So we're pretty much watching right now structurally. If the price can sustain under here, a bull move is going to come from fucking the prices staying under here and doing this and heading back to fuck around and find out. That would be likely where it comes from. If we rotate the flag up and begin to structure something up to head back that way, fucking it's next wave of Armageddon. So that's pretty much what you want to watch there. These are good swing levels to watch. This non-beta would be a good level to watch, that your bull move from this squeeze would likely occur with the shockwave that's on the south side of this structure, this level, to allow for that flag to correspondingly inverse structure to happen in your shitcoins, and then would be able to push from there. So you'd be seeing like total 2, you'd be seeing basically him stay on top of here at some kind of smaller resolution and then turn up from this to fucking allow for a squeeze to get more life to it if it's going to squeeze even more than that. So, but you know, structurally, it looks like you're in a downtrend. It looks like you're in wave 1, wave 2. There's a chance that this still turns an even larger flag because this is what this is anyways, right? So you're not out of the woods yet. I don't think anybody should rush out there to be like, oh my gosh, it's about to leave me behind. You look at this is the old trigger level from total 2. the gas pedal move, if we do go back and resume, is likely going to occur north of that level right there. So you'd be looking for something to get on top of this, and that would have, like, you know, possibly the shit like this here. All these moves that tore ass north of the level, right? So I think right now, don't get too zoomed in. I think if you're nimble, you can play resolution, you can play the squeeze today, you can play it in like minutes. You could play this up. But if you're looking at this overall macro, don't lose, you know, to lose the overall context of what it's doing right now. I think crypto has a lot more problems than people want to admit to. And, you know, a lot of what was needed to be there for us to get velocity this year has vanished in the recent development. So, you know, till next time, niggas, stay frosty.
Or
Peace.
laters.
All right, now we're gone for real.
Came from the shadows, ledger in my hand. Blockchain profit, they don't understand. Numbers like hieroglyphs, I wrote the scroll. They try to burn it, but I mind my soul. Winternomics, frostbitten and cold. Every coin flip, story unfolds. Through my games, try to lock my name, but I coded the keys to the Hall of Fame. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the dark space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game. Attack from all sides, wolves in the mist. Turn to a dragon, scales glinting with risk. Algorithm assassin, trades cut deep. Why they slept on me, I never did sleep. They took my stash, tried to hack my mind, but the block stayed solid, can't rewind time. Made it happen, from ashes to gold. Phoenix on the ledger, story retold. Cosmonomics, they can't erase. Legacy carved in the data space. Try to block me, I broke the chain. Winners here, but I own the game.